What's going on? What's going on? Salute to everybody in the building. Salute to the two people. Hit the like button as you come in. Conceited, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Just here on a Sunday afternoon. Just chilling out. So I said, F it, let me go live. We can come up and talk a little nonsense, talk a little shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really live right now. I think Razor is live. Y'all know he doing the Diddy trial. But we can get up here and talk about whatever, travel, cars, any of my motorcycle people in here, we can get up in here and talk about motorcycle, what's going on this summer, who's out in the streets, who's moving around, Salute to everybody. Lil Will, Conceited, Fuzzy Dread, Jaron Leonardo, salute. Everybody hit the like button. We here. It's Big Gans, Gans Lifestyle. You know what to do. Word up. Y'all know how I started off. Got a scent of the day. I think I did this one already, but I'm going to do it again. I didn't really break it down too much. So it's Valentino Umo. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all can see it. Valentino Umo, right? That's Valentino Umo, Born in Roma Intense. That's the Eau de Parfum version. You know what I'm saying? This fragrance combines lavender and vanilla, right? The fragrance is designed to be long-lasting, subtle for both day and evening wear. You can get it Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Amazon, Dillard's, Sephora, all your top, you can get it at fragrancenet.com. That's where I get a lot of my fragrances from. So y'all talking about, Gans be getting these discount prices. He going over there and getting them fake joint. No. Fragrancenet.com and Jomo Shop. I'm going to spell that one out for y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to pull up the website. Jomo Shop is where you want to get a lot of stuff from. They got discounted prices on colognes, eyewear, and everything is official. Everything is 100 official. Jomo Shop is JOMASHOP. JomaShop.com. You know what I'm saying? Take that down. You can get a lot of your fashions there. It's where I got the Gucci frames from. Most of my Creed colognes, I get it from there. I get a lot of stuff from Fragrance Net, but a lot of times their stuff takes a long time to come. You know what I'm saying? So Jomo Shop and get it to you a little faster. Let me read what y'all saying in the comments. Conceited said, Gans hunting. Yeah, I'm hunting for a sponsorship. So since I am hunting for a sponsorship, thank you for bringing that up. Reinhardt Racing Exhaust. That's who I talk about when I talk about exhaust systems on motorcycles, on the cruisers. Reinhardt, in my opinion, is the way to go. They're a name that's known in the motorcycle world as far as cruisers, your Harley Davidsons, your Indians, your Honda Gold Wings. What else is out there? The main two premier cruisers is Harley Davidson, Indian, the main three. Honda Goldwing. Those are the main three. And Reinhardt is the premier exhaust, in my personal opinion. You got a lot of people that's going to talk about what's the name of it? My cousin has it on his motorcycle. I can't even think of the name of it right now. But I'm not promoting them because I don't have them on my motorcycle. Anyway, so, but yeah, I'm definitely conceited. I'm trying to get a sponsorship. What's Fuzzy Dress saying? They got that place I use where they sell like, yeah, 1.5 bottles. That's I used to get some stuff from them. They'll give you sample bottles. I can't remember the name because now I'm to the point I just buy full bottles. You know what I'm saying? Um, Jones Bones, Crazy Future got his. We're not even talking about that dude no more. It's enough. It's enough with him. You know what I'm saying? This dude is just to the point where he's gonna come and beg for money every day. You know? So we already know who it is. Anybody go over there and give him money, you a damn fool. I ain't even knocking him for the hustle no more. I'm gonna knock you because you going over there giving this goofball money. You know what I'm saying? And I hope to God he don't, because I put in his comments this morning, you just gonna run this dumb shit until the wheels fall off. And I told him, I hope to God your wheels don't fall off over in Thailand. And niggas just say fuck you and they not sending you no more money. You know? Yeah, 100 Fuzzy Dread. You said you'll never help that dude out again. Know what I'm saying? I always take the bait. Well, it is. Listen, it is what it is with him. You know what I'm saying? But as far as talking about these broke ass niggas in the travel shit, I ain't even going over there no more. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough with the bullshit. We doing the gangster lifestyle. Y'all know what it's about. It's about grown man upscale traveling, motorcycle, fashion. That's what the gangster lifestyle is about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we focusing on. We not focusing on these goofballs begging and crashing out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we here. You know what I'm saying? Just here on a Sunday afternoon talking shit. I ain't have much going on this weekend. Yesterday went to they had a what you would call a jazz festival in Staten Island at the waterfront. Not really jazz. They was playing house music. House music ain't my forte, but you know, I'm an old school hip hop head. I like some of the new shit, but I'm pretty much old school. 90s, early 2000s, little bit of them, you know, up till 2010, you know, a little bit mid after that, but a lot of the stuff they putting out now I can't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And that's what y'all was saying when I was in Brooklyn last week. When I was live in Brooklyn, and they had the old school hip hop going, they had old school R&B going. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all younger cats were saying, "Oh, they playing all that old music, blase blah, the old school shit and all of that." That's what yeah, that's what I like. But check this out, and I'm talking a little shit right here. How come the chicks in their mid-20s, early 30s know all the old school New Edition? They know Jagged, all the old school Jagged Edge, all that old school R&B and some of the old school hip hop, but y'all new niggas don't rock with it. That's why the younger chicks don't rock with y'all. Know what I'm saying? Y'all wonder why the OG niggas, that's right. Hey, Conceited. I'm gonna drop the link for you in a minute if you want to come up. I'm running with that shit, Conceited. So I'm gonna give you your props on that. OG young nigga Gans. That's right. I'm running with that shit. Know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is the younger chicks, 25, 30, they know all the old school songs word for word. We out there on the block in Bed-Stuy last week. You know what I'm saying? The DJ dropped his new edition joint. He went in on New Edition. These chicks knew the songs word for word. Y'all younger cats don't fuck with it. Y'all younger cats want to fuck with this. The new hip hop ain't no new R&B. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really, you know, these dudes ain't really talking about much. Chris Brown, he got it right now. R. Kelly still, salute to R. Kelly, free R. Kelly. He's still the king in my opinion. But Chris Brown, he got it right now. He's the king right now, and he's the best you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can name some dudes out there. I don't know who's out there as far as R&B other than him. But even if they are, they not taking the crown from him. Not right now. But like I was saying, the younger chicks, they know all that old school R&B shit. Y'all young dudes need to get with that shit because, in my opinion, that's why us older dudes is taking the younger chicks from y'all. And y'all like, yo, why you fucking with that old ass nigga? Because he got money and he's smooth and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What's conceited? Nah, keep R. Kelly locked up. Just release more music. Well, R. Kelly can't do no more music if he behind bars. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his record company can put out some unreleased shit, but you know what I'm saying? He can't release no new music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he got a gang of shit since he been in jail. He probably got books that he been writing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the link if y'all want to talk about it. You know, Diddy ain't gonna go to jail, but Diddy ain't really been dropping no music, and he ain't got no artist that's really signed to Bad Boy anyway. You know what I'm saying? Diddy dropped that Brother Love album about 2-3 years ago. I don't know what that shit did. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to peep for Diddy, not far as music. Not from him. If he could find when he come home, I was listening to somebody the other day and they said whatchamacallit need to be dropping, he need to be dropping new music right now. You know what I'm saying? The dude Diddy set his car on fire. You know what I'm saying? They said he need to get with Diddy and drop some new music right now. You know? But yeah, like I said, the chicks rock with the old school shit. You know what I'm saying? Word. So yeah, y'all was talking about me on that grill the other day. You know what I'm saying? I really rock on the grill. Big Daddy Stovepipe, salute. I really rock on the grill. It's just I slapped that shit together real quick because I wanted to get outside. You know what I'm saying? I was going to a barbecue. She didn't want to come. You know what I'm saying? So I said, listen, I'm going over here and I'm gonna sit in my man's backyard. You know what I'm saying? He do it up. You know what I'm saying? Jerk chicken. You know what I'm saying? The baked beans, potato salad, macaroni salad. He does it up. He does it up real nice. So I said, listen, I'm sitting over in my man's backyard. I don't like doing barbecues on the big holiday weekends. You know what I'm saying? I usually throw one barbecue a year. I used to do it around Father's Day. Now I try and do it like the week before Labor Day. If I'm in the country or you know what I'm saying? I usually do one big barbecue around Labor Day, the week before Labor Day, and I got mad people that show up. People coming out, they in my yard, they all out in the street. Y'all can't see the street, but you know what I'm saying? And my shit pop off. But I got more, it's just more than me cooking. Mainly I fry fish. I do my thing on the grill, but I'm a fish fryer. There's nobody, and y'all could call Sunday Night Smoke and let them know, because I'm popping my shit. There's nobody in New York City, all 5 boroughs, I'm talking my shit. Nobody that can fuck with me with that fish. Actually, there is one person, my man Al from Harlem. My man Al, uptown. But he got a restaurant. He do his shit on restaurant level. You know what I'm saying? My shit is backyard level. I talk my shit. Nobody can fuck with me with that fried fish. Let me see what y'all talking about. Gans had his toes out on the can. I still got my toes out. Hey, out right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to pull up to an undisclosed location, flying out on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I'll be someplace y'all know and love very well. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going over to that dirty part. Nah, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get my feet done before I go over there. Yeah, today would have been a good day to do the fish fry, but I'm just not I'm not up for it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't like doing things around the weekend, around big holiday weekends, 4th of July and all of that. If I'm gonna do something, if see, I'm gonna be out of the country next week. But if I was gonna do something, I would do it next week. You know what I'm saying? I like to do shit when it's not a lot of people doing shit. You know what I'm saying? That way people pull up and everybody have a good time. Even though my shit is always popping anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know? Rolando G, salute. Rolando G, I ain't been seeing you around in a minute. Where you been at, man? I ain't been seeing you on nobody's live. Usually see you over. Well, I haven't been checking out Razor Rays. You know what I'm saying? I have salute the Razor Rays. I haven't really been checking him out since he been doing the Diddy stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he getting a whole lot of eyes on his video. I see that. I think he had about 30K up in the building one day. You know what I'm saying? But they doing the vertical lives. So as y'all know, if y'all know them vertical lives, gonna get mad people watching. You know what I'm saying? Because and it's not like they really watching the video, but you flick up, and every time you flick up, that's a view. That's a view for the content creator. You know what I'm saying? You're not even on there for maybe not even 30 seconds, but that's a view every time you click up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for however long he went live, and he got the 30K views. You know what I'm saying? Salute the Razor Rays, but I could watch the regular news, see what's going on with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Showtime, salute. Actually, Showtime, I wanted to put something on the thumbnail that my car, that 2026 version, is getting ready to drop in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Yoga, you could come up. You could come up. I'll let you rock yoga. Just don't. We trying to keep it in the green, yoga. You know what I'm saying? The link is in the chat. You can hit it. I'm just here kicking it, chilling. I'll bring you up. Y'all want yoga to come up? Put a one if y'all want to hear yoga talk. Showtime, let me show you what Mercedes-Benz has got going on. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. This is 2026 or 2027 GLE 53. Oh man, you can't see it. I'm gonna put the picture on the thumbnail so you can look at it from there. I'm gonna upload the picture on the thumbnail. What up, yoga? What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Gams? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's good?
Oh man, remarkable. Headed to a pool party, literally a little pool gathering. It take me about 15, 20 minutes to get there. They got some mimosas, some other stuff. So that's what's up, chilling. You know.
That's happening in ATL.
Yeah, I'm in ATL right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm rolling. Yeah, were you in Brooklyn?
Nah, I'm in Staten Island.
Oh, you're in Staten Island. Okay.
Yeah, I'm chilling, man. I ain't moving around too much.
Yeah, man.
I gotta do.
It was a total. You said you gotta do something.
No, I'm doing some laundry and then I'm packing tonight. Getting up.
Okay. You about to travel?
Yeah, I'm getting up out of here for a couple days. A little pre-trip.
Okay. Okay, yeah, man. Sorry about the total Tabasco, Diablo, and all the other wild stuff over there at the other channel the other day. I thought it was just, I didn't know how those guys turned another page or something. I don't know what was going on. It was a little sensitive, and I was just shouting out, man. I saw you rocking hard. posting your posts from the Brooklyn party, the
Mm-hmm.
rooftop joints, and then classic throwback parties, and
Yeah.
that's what was up, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do. I hit these parties. Listen. I've been on this scene for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm I ain't really popping my shit, but I know all the happenings that's going on in New York City, all the big parties. Um, used to rock with the black and gold cats. If you know black and gold, they down there in Atlanta right now. You heard of them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You already know the old New York movement just transported to ATL. If anybody knows what's up, even all the Caribbeans and the Haitians and stuff, they all in the ATL on the east side from all from New York, Stone Mountain, Douglasville, all that. Yeah, you on mute, gang.
Yeah. Right. Black and gold used to throw some of the biggest parties in New York. They had a joint one time, the theater at Madison Square Garden. They sold that joint out for an all white affair. That joint was crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm jumping in the pool. Then I'll be making a move next week back on the beach. I was on the beach last week, but I didn't post on anybody's channels or anything, hit anybody links. I was really enjoying my vacation and or whatnot. But this next one I might hit a couple of links and show people what's going on.
Right. Right. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I know Black and Gold. They down there in Atlanta. And they doing their thing out there. It's another party promotion crew that used to be in New York. I can't think of their name right now, but they down in Atlanta doing their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm about to go to the waterfalls. There's a waterfalls down here. It sits on the Georgia Alabama state line called it's in Mentone, Georgia, Mentone, Alabama. Big waterfalls, big nice waterfalls, and it falls into like a lake size of a football field. So I'm gonna be going up there. This is something I've been doing the last 10 years, 15 years. I'm gonna be going up there coming up, doing a retreat up there. They got the camping, the horseback riding, and also the waterfalls. So I'll click on your panel when you're going live and show you some things. I'm taking a group of people from the ATL. We're going up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what they saying in the chat. Rolando G, salute. Yeah, homies hub pinned up yesterday. I got some glare. I can't really see. Yeah, he talking about homies hub. That was hilarious. That's what he's saying.
I got some of that Mojave Ghost just to let you know some of that. I got it from Neiman and Marcus.
What's that?
Mojave Ghost.
What is it?
It's a cologne from Neiman Marcus. Mojave Ghost. This
Oh,
little pack I got for the car.
you was telling me about that. You was telling me about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I got, this little car pack. I got a spray for the car, the cream for the hands and stuff, you already know, you know,
Okay.
right there in the dash. I got that right in the dash. And also, they sold me. I said, look, I'm only going to come here one time. I don't spend a lot of money on cologne stuff. I really do oils. Then they like, hold on, we got the Mojave Ghost on oil, and it does last longer. So I bought spray. Also, I bought a roll of the oil.
Right. Well, the oils are always going to last longer. Sometimes, couple fragrances that I get, they have the oil version of them. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
better to get the oil.
Like if you rock with the Tom Ford Oud Wood, like I got the cologne and I got the oil. You know what I'm saying? I got the oil from the Muslims. So and they're similar. So you could spray on the Tom Ford and then put the oil on top of it. That joint gonna last all day. All day.
Look, I was just messing around the other day, but I put a lot of the oil on and jumped in the pool and got out, and Shorty said she could still smell it. Like,
Yeah.
you still smell the oil.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I rather invest. To me, it's more of it's better for me to get the oil and not the spray. But
Mm-hmm.
that oil bottles be slim. It don't be like the oil bottles, like the regular oil bottles on the corner. I was like, wow, they gave me a little slim oil bottle, and it was like 210.
Right.
I was
Right.
like, whoa. But
Yeah.
yeah, I went in there. You made me step up the game. Also, they got the Mojave Ghost shampoo. So I went on ahead and bought the shampoo, and my lady do my cornrows, and I already had her to put it up there. So every time I go, to the spot, she shampoo my hair with the Mojave shampoo.
Uh-huh.
So that was my birthday gift to myself. Remember, I told y'all I don't do colognes and all that high dollar stuff, but I was
Right.
like, I'm gonna do something. But the hair shampoo, I'm gonna keep getting that though. I'm gonna keep spending money on that shampoo though. I'm gonna do that. I don't know if what happened to games at that Staten Island, but it's the yoga show. We right down here, ATL, headed to the pool. Gangster lifestyle will be right back. He probably went in the house to grab something from his collection. And let me see what the chat talking about. Let me look at the comments. Born hustler. Hold on. Conceded 2.0 is there. Okay. MK Dread is in here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. My laptop got too hot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured it was something. Yeah, you outside in that sun too?
Yeah. But that's
It's like
good.
100
That's good.
degrees in New York. It's 100 degrees in New York today.
Nah. It's like 85. Yeah, I can feel it. The laptop got real hot. I can feel it.
Yeah, you went. I said it. I said either somebody. I said Staten Island. Somebody walked by unfavorable, or he went in the house and got some from his collection.
Nah, I actually I gotta run to the store anyway. So I'm glad I switched it over to my phone because now I can move around.
Okay. Yeah. Put that laptop in the shade.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I'm about to like I said, the next couple of days I'm going over to the waterfalls right here. And one thing I love to do in the summertime here in the States is hit up all the waterfalls and stuff that's too cold in the wintertime. So we're gonna go over there, go to the waterfalls. They got the cabins, horseback ride, kayak, get in the waterfall, swim, and it's only an hour away from the ATL.
Right.
Then I would be going down to Miami and Destin. Destin is only a 4-hour drive from the ATL. We're going down to Destin, getting the boat, and we ride around with the friends on the boat in Destin. So we about to do that. So these are little 2-day trips, right? A drive away from the ATL, and then I'm gonna go ahead and be down in the DR later this month.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and a lot of people don't realize it's low season for the DR, so everything is super cheap. The rooms are cheap. The beachfront rooms are cheap in DR right now. So everything is cheap because it's low season.
Right. Yeah. Nobody's out there right now.
Exactly. That's why I'm going. That's why I'm going. They already I can get the 2-bedroom Infinity Blue oceanfront unit for $75 a night. That's the 2-bedroom with the living room. So break that down. Well, that's the $35 a night or something like that.
Yeah.
Per person. Exactly. That's what the price is looking like now for tour. They low. So yeah, man, I'm about to hit the waterfalls up, go to Destin, then I'm gonna go to Miami, spend a day 2 days in Miami, kicking on South Beach. I got some friends to stay down there, and then fly out and go to DR, go to Sasua for the low. And the flights are lower right now to go to DR.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I caught a flight for $400.
Oh no,
Round trip.
I got one for 250.
You flying in
Oh,
the
but I'm coming from
POC?
the ATL. I'm coming from the ATL though. You coming from New York?
Yeah. ATL a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
You flying in the POP or Santiago?
Santiago.
Yeah. And see, that'd be the cheaper route. And you
Yeah.
flying that, you taking Delta, right?
Is that Delta is in the ATL, so they always got that direct. I can always get direct because Delta is in the ATL.
Right.
The capital, the headquarters.
Right.
Yeah. So we don't have that problem flying out of ATL. It's always blue, direct, always offered if you go in Delta.
Yeah. But what about
That's one
going
thing
to
I like about it.
Colombia?
Wait, what you saying? When I'm gonna go? When you going
No,
back?
I said, what about flying out of Atlanta to Colombia?
They trying to set up some. They trying to set up some direct. They got some direct, but it's like once a day. I think on it from Delta,
Uh-huh.
and they charge way more for it. I'd
Right.
rather take the layover in like Panama or layover in Miami for like way cheaper.
Right. Well, see, what they do is, like, say, like Atlanta most likely got a large Dominican population by now, because
Exactly.
it's not just it's not just us black folk and white folk from New York that's moving to Atlanta. The Dominicans are starting to move
Dominican.
there too. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Oh, you see
saying?
him
So
on the direct flight. You see him on the direct flight. You like, oh, yeah.
yeah, because a couple years ago, you couldn't catch a direct flight from Atlanta to DR. That flight would always stop in either Fort
Miami.
Lauderdale or Miami.
Yeah. And
You know what I'm
you
saying?
probably don't know it, man. It's Dominican hair salons that popped up all over the Metro ATL, from Stockbridge to the north side to the all the way west side, all the way to Snellville on the other side of Stone Mountain. You see Dominican hair shops everywhere.
Right.
And
So
you got to think, Cardi B. Cardi B was here with the Migo. What's his name? Offset.
mm-hmm.
The Cardi B was here and their home base being here. So that done brought a lot of younger Dominicans here too.
Right.
From
She
up
might
there in
have a house out
Connecticut.
there by now.
Yeah, a lot. It's a lot of Dominicans coming from Connecticut down here. I'm starting to run into like, hold on, and they surprised I know about K-Lo-K, and they be like, oh, you go to the DR? I'm like, yeah, I met like 2-3 young Dominican chicks, 25 from Connecticut.
Right. Right. So yeah, so the more the population of the people goes up, like I'm pretty sure you got more Colombians moving down to Atlanta. So
Exactly, and that baseball team, the Braves have put all the Dominicans, all the blacks on the Braves are Dominican.
right. So the more the population goes up, then they're gonna start having those direct flights going
Listen,
to Colombia or wherever else.
the pool part I'm going to now, I'm going up in the Vinings. It's all Brazilians and Indians there in this plaza, in this complex, condo complex. So
Right.
I'm gonna show you. I'm about to get off the exit in a little bit. Go to the pool. I'm gonna show y'all. And I was saying bonjour to him the other day, and yeah, the government gives them. They come in. They don't have to pay taxes for like 10 years, but it's the white Brazilians. They get to come to the U.S. They don't have to pay taxes for 10 years, and they get deals. They get deals on business break, and then
Right.
all of them get. I'll be in one complex. On one side of town, I'll be in one whole complex. You like, how does that happen? They government couldn't deal with the government. It's a government on government deal. So it's
Uh-huh.
international welfare. It's international welfare going on for real here in the ATL. I see it with my own eyes.
Right.
And then I talk to them, and then they tell me like, "Oh yeah, all of us coming here to this apartment complex on this side of town because of what deal the government set up." I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, okay." But yeah, Atlanta's becoming super international with the amount of Indians, Brazilians, Colombians. And it's like Chick-fil-A. It seems like Chick-fil-A hiring every Venezuelan that come from Texas that come over the border. You go to Chick-fil-A now, all the young kids out in the drive-through, all young Venezuelans. They be like, "We from Venezuela." All of them.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yep.
I wonder how long they're gonna be able to stay.
Like a lot. We got a lot of Venezuelans work Chick-fil-A. Specifically, look like they went to and specifically got number Venezuelan.
Or they might be anchor babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
But
might be.
Atlanta's turned up now. Like if you want to, and when the soccer game said if you want to, I got some homeboys doing it. They just wanted to meet some Latino chicks. They went down to the Atlanta United soccer game. Just meet chicks. You know, they bought tickets and went, and they started speaking Spanish. They was like, man, I'm about to kick it like I'm in DR right here at home. So they on the thing where they ain't talking to the number 9 chick here in the 8.
Yeah. So like I was saying, they probably anchor babies or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But see, I'm in the supermarket right now. I had to run to the supermarket real quick for wifey. What's up, Buck Travel? I see you. Know what I'm saying?
Buck Travel's in the building.
The link is in the chat if you want to come up. Know what I'm saying? Keep it rocking.
Buck Traveling in the building.
Yeah, I had to run to the store real quick. Interrupted my live. I'm like, damn, nobody. All of a sudden, they want to bother me on a Sunday. I bet you if I didn't go live on YouTube, if I was sitting there watching a basketball game or something, nobody wouldn't have bothered me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But go ahead, Yoga, rock on, Yoga. I'm surprised
Well, man, I was
Khalil
just
Backyard
tapping in.
Life ain't come up in here yet.
You said what?
I said I'm surprised Khalil Backyard Life ain't come up in here yet.
Oh.
Y'all give me a second. I'm just in the store. I'm paying for my stuff real quick.
All right. Well, y'all know what the move is.
Say that again.
I said they know what the move is. Rocking a gangster lifestyle.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Westside TMZ.
Oh man, here we go. Y'all know. They got.
No dissing. This is no diss. We shot out Westside TMZ. He posted this baby girl on social media. He sent it to me, and he got a beautiful family. Shouts out to Westside TMZ. We at peace.
Right. Y'all know what y'all know that y'all know where this is going. Y'all know where this is going.
This ain't going nowhere, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
We gave him a shout out. We can shout out Westside TMZ. We gave him a shout out.
Yeah. You see, I don't know him, so I don't know him. So
you don't know Westside? I thought you met Westside TMZ on Traveling before.
No.
Oh,
I don't know. And see, I'm not one to talk trash about people I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, man. Sometimes, man, I think it's just, man, we just traveling and having fun, man. This is not rapping. This is not hip hop.
Well, in a way, it kind of is. You know what I'm saying? It's competition in the YouTube game, and that's what we are.
Competition? Competition for what?
Hey, they say that in rap too. What you competing in rap for? Know what I'm saying? Dudes is
Well, you
dudes is
compete.
like dudes is like, yo, my video got more views than yours. You know what I'm saying? I got more subscribers. I'm getting more likes. I'm getting more super chats and whatever. So it is competition. Um, you know, as black people, we are competitive, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
You
It's
think
nothing wrong. It's nothing.
you think black people are competitive, gang?
Yeah,
I think we the least competitive.
we
Shit.
competitive. We competitive against each other,
Okay, okay, okay. All right, I
and
see what you
that in its way is a good thing and a bad thing.
said. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how we lost a lot of people in the rap game. You know, dudes being competitive. Pac and Biggie was all about competitive and whatever. Um, I ain't gonna say 50 and Ja Rule because I know what that was over, and I ain't even gonna talk about it. Not on here. You know,
Oh, okay.
talked about it. I talked about it on Hassan Campbell's joint. I ain't talking about it on my panel.
Oh, you was on there? You went over there?
Yeah, I'll be over there. I'll be in his chat. Hassan Campbell. Um, what's the other dude? The other dude from Corona Queens. I'll be on his panel sometime. Um, I be in different spaces across YouTube. I don't just rock with the travel shit. You know what I'm saying? I be in the motorcycle shit. I fuck with the dudes who do the cologne shit. Um, like the dude from Atlanta. Um, the bow tie fragrance guy. I fuck with his channel. Um, I used to fuck with Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
be in different spaces. I be in different spaces across YouTube, not just the travel shit.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I feel you.
You know? Um,
Man, it's hot out here for real.
what's the weather out in Atlanta? What's the weather like out there?
That's 100. My car say 101 now. I'm jumping about. I'm grabbing something to take to the pool party with me. That thing said 100. No fronting. Straight up 100. Do they really want it? It's 100.
So who's throwing that pool party?
Uh, uh, chick, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But man, the way the Raw Lewis and the Sunday Night Smoke guy, those guys got emotional. I really realized, Jans, they got upset. This is their first time ever being upset with me because they wanted drama. And I realized they turned into some female.
Listen, I ain't got no words on that. I ain't
Yeah,
got no words on that. These is
you
all
didn't
yoga
you didn't
yoga
peep
words.
that though. I peeped that.
Those
I
is
was
my
like,
people. Those is my people.
I know them your people. I was like, man, I'm not coming with no drama, no gossip. Them guys, they upset. They want some Jerry Springer. I didn't know. I was like, wow. Yeah, small world. You feel me?
Dudes want to hear drama. Dudes want the spice. You know what I'm saying? Sunday Night Smoke, that's my guy. Me and him hung out in Punta Cana. You know what I'm saying? Right. Okay. Now I'm back. I'm back chilling, sitting in my spot. Hopefully nobody bother me no more for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the 30 people in the building. Hit the like button. Let me see where we at with this shit. I ain't even got my stand for my phone. I didn't even know the laptop was gonna heat up like that. You know? Okay, so yoga dropped off. It's just me. Know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the link again if anybody want to come up. Khalil, ain't no topic. We just here kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to talk about, the link is in the chat. What up?
What's good, peoples? What's the
Yeah.
topic? What's the topic for today?
No topic, just kicking it. Whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, okay. Oh, whatever I want to talk about.
Whatever anybody want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I was just chilling. I came from the gym. Went to get my cars cleaned. Yes, cars. I had to take them both. I had to take the get around and the Benz, get them clean. You know what I'm saying? Then after I did that, then I'm just chilling. I said, yo, I ain't doing nothing. Let me go live. Ain't no barbecues that I know about.
Typical Sunday for you then, huh?
Yeah, taking it easy.
Same thing with me. Just mowed the lawn, trim hook the yard up, watering the lawn now. Went to the grocery store, get my stuff for the week, my lunch for the week. Now I'm back on here. I still you sent me the thing. I said, yo, after I get out of the shower, I come on.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah, you old school. You old school. I don't cut no grass no more, man.
Nah, I still got to do something. The only thing I don't do is clean the house. I got a maid for that. But yard work, like I'm nice with landscaping. That's what my family taught me when I was down south with them. So I'm into edging that shit up, having nice plus green yard lawns. I know how to do the seedings, different seeds, the Kentucky bluegrass seed, the northeast seed, different fertilizers. I know all that stuff from my uncles and stuff. So I'm really into that. And the garden, they had acres, so I got a small little garden on the side. All that stuff I learned when I stayed down south for 3 years. So I keep that going until I can't do it no more.
What part down south you was at?
Georgia. That's where we originally from, Georgia. My family is from LaGrange, Georgia, and Decatur, Georgia. And my cousins and them right now live in Silver Springs and Buckhead. And I forgot the area. Lafayette. I think it's called, Lafayette. Right down the rock from Rick Ross' house. So that's where my family originally from. A few of them came to New York. Then when they retired, they went back to Georgia, and a few of us stayed. So I went down there to see how it is. And I came back with all types of skills, from hunting to fishing, to knowing how to plant seeds, to know how to take care of yard, basic carpentry, how to put a toilet in, how to wire the house. I just can't do the fuse box and stuff like that, all from my uncles, man. I thank God I spent those 3 years with them, man, down there before they went back to the essence, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my whole family's from Florida.
Oh, okay.
So if
basically everybody from New York is from down south.
Yeah.
You know, that's Black American. You know?
My family's from a little town called Lamont, Florida.
What's that? Give me something that is by that I
That's
know.
right. That's right outside, maybe about 20 minutes to half an hour outside of Tallahassee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is they landlocked or they by the water?
Nah, it's landlocked.
Landlocked? Oh, okay. When the last time you been down there?
Oh man.
Shit.
I was in Florida. I went to Florida. Last time I went was in 2020 for my Uncle AD's funeral.
Oh, okay.
He was the last of my uncles. I had 3 uncles. My mother is the youngest of 10 children,
Oh,
right?
that's the same thing with my uncles and aunts and them
And
Wu
my
Tang
Uncle
Clan.
AD that passed away, he was right above her. It was him, then my mother,
Oh,
right?
okay, okay.
Yeah. So he passed away, and I also stayed in Florida with him. That's how I know how to fry that fish. You know what
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
When I fry fish, that recipe come from him and my
Yeah,
other uncle, my Uncle Lewis. Them recipes come from them. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing
yeah.
it. I've been doing it since I was 13 years old.
Yeah, that's one thing with that fish fry. We always, when I was down there with her, they never fried fish in the house. It was always outside. Then they made them
Always outside.
hush puppies to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
You drop that in there too, because we used to go
Mm-hmm.
fishing for them crappies and bass.
Yeah.
But I was in Florida. I was down in the St. Petersburg and Tampa. I went down there for a trip with my cousins from down south. They in some type of club. And I got to meet the descendants of the Black Seminoles, man. I sat by the elder. I sat by a lady 101 years old telling me all types of stories about the Black Seminoles, man.
Yeah.
It's history. We got history in Florida, man. We got
Yeah.
history in Florida. Black Americans, we got history down there, man. Georgia, all that South,
Yeah. The Yoga dropped off, but if Yoga was still around, he probably in the bushes. He probably listening, but he could tell you about
Oh,
all that.
okay.
You know, Native American.
Yeah.
We the original. We the originals to this land. You
Yeah,
know what
because
I'm saying?
everybody ain't come on no damn boat. You ain't gonna hit me with that.
No, hell no, hell no. So you gonna tell me that white man came over here and he barely knew how to navigate some ships, and he brought us here?
Yeah.
Man, knock that nonsense off. They could talk
Yeah.
all that slave shit all that. That's why a lot of dudes got up in arms. I was on Capital Trades joint, and it was Juneteenth, and I said Happy Slave Day. Everybody got upset. I was like, yo, y'all want to claim that slave shit? Go ahead.
Because it was free people over here already, and did it just that mixed with some of the slaves. Yes, that's true, but everybody was no goddamn slave.
Right. You see
You know, you
London?
you know what I want to talk about? What I keep seeing with these Thailand dudes, like the Zoom, the Thailand dude, and the rest of them. Like, why they have to continue putting down black women to big up Thailand, and then when they big up Thailand, they talking about women like this, and the women they have like him and a few others, they got former prostitutes, man, massage therapists, the massage parlor chicks that was prostitutes in there. I don't get that theory it is you have to down American chicks to big up prostitutes in Thailand. Cause y'all not gonna tell me y'all getting exclusive Thailand chicks. Cause exclusive Thailand chicks, I believe, that come from great families, is not messing with no low class Negroes from America. Cause these ain't even the best Negroes over there, the best black men overseas in these
Mm-hmm.
places.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Zoom to
And
Thailand, what he like a D actor, you know?
yeah.
Come on, man. And the dish I don't you don't have to do that to big up where you at. Because Thailand sells itself. It got beautiful oceans, it got nice condominiums, and it doesn't cost much to live out there. That sells
Mm-hmm.
itself alone. And they got good hospitals in Thailand, which a lot of countries don't have. They got some excellent hospitals in Thailand, you know?
Right.
So that's like I was zooming through and I saw his little quick 2 minute thing. I'm like, come on, man. And come on, man. I
I
don't
really
I
don't.
don't understand that. Why y'all allow that? Y'all never say nothing and say, yo, come on, brother. And y'all let them push this lie. You go to Thailand or patty out and you find out these chicks are all prostitutes. 99.9% of them. Come on.
Well, I don't watch his content.
I don't
That's
watch
number
his
one.
content either, but I always see those little click those clips. You see them, they come through the timeline, and it's the same damn thing. Come on, man. I don't understand that shit, man. You been to Thailand yet?
No.
If I ever go out there, if I ever see him, I'm gonna say that shit to him, man. I'm gonna say walk right up to him and say that, man. You don't have to keep doing that, brother. You won. You out here.
A couple other YouTubers said that them cats was selling dreams. That was a big thing. That was a big thing a couple months ago. Him, Austin Holloman, and a couple others that they were selling dreams. You know what I'm saying? So
and Telemade, he went out there and tried to push the same Dominic Sosua dream out there in Thailand.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know,
I was in Sosua before TaylorMade.
Oh shit! Man.
And I talk about this. I talk about this because back in these days, it wasn't cool to put Sosua on YouTube. So me and the whole crew that I used to travel out there with, we all stepped to him, right? Over in flip-flops.
Time out. This dude said if I walk up to Rello, I might get split. Negro, please, man. Well, Rello is not no threat, man. Rello's just a thief, man. He ain't no street. He ain't no gangster. He's a thief. That's all he is.
A petty thief at that. A petty thief at
he ain't no damn gangster.
Matter of fact, he didn't even go in there to rob the house. He was the lookout.
He sent somebody else in there. They did some dirty shit. Gave him a nasty jacket because he set it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have knew the personnel that he sent up in there.
You don't want to end up on Rello's split list. There's about 100 people on his split list. You know what I'm saying? Rello said, "Yo, I split niggas for less. I want to see who he split."
He was supposed to split the dude that was treating him like a woman. The dude out there in Colombia. That's what he was supposed to split. He know who to attack, and what he did, attack a weak Colombian. That's what he did. Come on, man. That must be one of that. You must have been Fuzzy Dread. Was you Rello former cellmate or something? You was his boyfriend? He bust your pussy open for you to be saying some crazy shit like that? You know the Fuzzy Dread dude?
Nah, I don't know him. I don't know a lot of cats. You know, we just here. I give salute. You know what I'm saying? Fuzzy Dread, he cool though, because Fuzzy Dread, he said, "Yo, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of this NYC the Future nonsense. This nigga come on YouTube. Yo, he's worse than Rello at this point."
Did he get his goal? Did he get his goal?
Barely.
Shit, ain't no matter. He got it. Barely. He got. What was the goal?
800, I think.
Shit, he don't. I thought he worked for the airline, so he really don't need no money for plane tickets if he worked for an airline.
He don't. And if he went to work, he wouldn't have to come on YouTube to beg for 800.
How the hell you know he not going to work, man?
Khalil. The dude comes on there and admittedly says he ain't going to work.
Did he get what kind of job he got where he don't have to work? He could just go back when he wants to.
My man worked for the airlines. He explained the shit to me. Damn, he told me you only got to put in a certain amount of hours a month, and you could take the rest of the month off. And it's not even 40. It might be 24 hours. You might only have to put in 24 hours per month.
Damn, give me a job like that when I retire and I can get free airline tickets.
That's all I was
wanting for the damn.
My man was saying,
want the money. I just want the tickets.
Because my man is a school teacher, and he getting ready to retire from that. And he said, "Yo, when I retire, he said, yo, I'm gonna work for the airline, and I'm only working 2 days a week."
Yeah, just to get the damn the discounts on the damn traveling.
Yeah.
So you know how much money you'll save.
Mm-hmm. He said I'll throw some luggage. He said I'll throw some luggage 2 days a week.
So all you got to work is 2 days?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm trying to set up real quick because the sun then came to the other side, so I'm trying to set my chair up over here in the shade.
Where you at? Out? You sitting in front of the crib or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let me read a couple of the comments because I saw something that caught my eye. So Fuzzy Dress said, so Mr. Funny Man, I'm forwarding this live to Himothy. Your
he is
attack
him, huh?
on, yeah, he's him. Your attack on my man was mean and can't go unpunished.
All
So
right, man. I apologize, man. I apologize. I don't want
I
no
guess
beef with
Khalil Backyard
Gary.
Life is gonna end
I
up
don't want
on his split list.
I don't want no beef with Himothy, man. I apologize, man.
Okay. Now Jay now is saying, have we ever confirmed what his actual job is? I can't
Yeah.
see him being a flight attendant. Definitely, he's definitely no flight attendant. London Town sends donations to Future, but bashes him. Okay, I'm gonna get into that. Let me finish reading the
Oh
comments,
shit,
and
you
I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna
get
never
into that.
live that down, brother. You ain't gonna never
Read
live
that
that
twice,
down.
then tell me it makes sense. That's from Conceited. I don't know what you're talking about. Conceited was the you ain't. They going back and forth in the chat. Jay, now don't fall for the trap. Yeah, I seen something else in the comments that had caught my eye.
He said he
Conceited
too weak to
saying,
be a bag attendant.
Conceited saying, so a school teacher told Gans about the airlines. Conceited, you got to go into that because I got another friend who did work for JetBlue. He was retired NYPD. He was a detective, but a sergeant as a detective. So I think
You know what?
met up.
Let me ask you something, Gans. Because sometimes I leave my TV on YouTube when I'm just doing chores around the house or just doing anything. I didn't know Rello was on Anton Daniels' show before.
Yes,
But
Anton Daniels is the one that got him popping, really.
okay, but I was listening to the show, but did Anton Daniels keep up with his word and kept bringing Rello on?
No,
Did he bring?
because when he found out that Rello was a fuck nigga, he stopped fucking with him.
What somebody told him about his jacket?
I guess so. I guess
Oh,
so.
see, I thought that show was new until I looked at the date and I said, "Oh shit, it's a year ago." Because I was like, he let him on the show. I wonder if he know about his jacket,
Mm-hmm.
because he said he's gonna let him on the show. And then I was like, "What?" And I don't watch Anton Daniels, but he came through the timeline, and I thought that he was on the show more than once. I said, "Oh shit, that's how he getting all this money."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's how Rello blew up because everybody in the travel space knew what was up with Rello, and then
Somebody
when
dropped a dime and told Anton about
no,
his
see,
jacket.
I think what happened because I was at work watching that live when it happened,
Yeah.
right? And because it happened because I used to work 4 to 12, so it was an evening live. So I was on my detail, just watching it, listening. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because at that point in my career, I wasn't picking up garbage no more. I was done with that shit. So
Yeah.
I was just chilling. So I was watching shit, and everybody in the comments was talking about, yo, he's a fuck nigga. He went to jail for this, and Anton was repeating the shit. He was asking him those questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So Anton did apply a little bit of pressure, but it wasn't heavy like that. And then after that, I guess Anton just stopped fucking with him because he wasn't. I don't see many people at Anton Daniels interviews more than twice. I don't watch his stuff too much no more. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much on the news and shit. I really don't watch his stuff like I used to. You know what I'm saying? Because what it was with Anton Daniels, after Kevin Samuels had died, everybody was looking for some place to go, and he was the one that popped up because he was pretty much because Kevin Samuels co-signed him, and he was pretty much talking the same stuff along. He was along the same lines as Kevin Samuels at that time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I pretty much stopped watching his stuff because even though Anton Daniels, he talks that red pill shit, he brings those females up there. And this is where I'm going with it, Khalil. He brings the ABWs up there. You know what I'm saying? And he lets them rock out. So, but yeah, Conceited said Anton made a grip off of Rello.
Oh, okay. If I ain't gonna hold you, once he explained what happened, even though they charged him with a sex crime, he's not a sex offender. He just sent the wrong guy into the house, even though it was foul what he did, robbing somebody that setting them up. But he
Mm-hmm.
just sent a sex a deviant into the house, and that was
Right.
his mistake. But I don't consider him no sex no R. I don't consider him that. He just made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Greed blinded him, and he didn't know what kind of person he sent in that house. But
Yeah.
Future got the $800, so he got the plane ticket money. Next is what? He just got to get the room and board, and he's good.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
want to see how he
Showtime.
gonna work. No, I want to see how he work out there, because can you get the women straight up out there like how you get in every other place, or you got to go through the mama sign, then get paid them, then pay the woman?
I don't know. I've never been to Thailand. I don't know how the shit goes down out there.
Because I was listening to somebody talk about that. They would say they had to pay the bar tab,
Mm-hmm.
and then they
When
got
we
the
was
girl.
when we was talking about going to Thailand in 2019, I was like, nah, I'm not fucking with no 20-hour plane ride. You know what I'm saying? For me back then, it was DR or bus.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I'm
know you
saying?
got 40. You got 47 stamps in your thing. You filled
Yeah,
the whole book. You got rid of one book on DR, just on
yeah,
DR alone.
yeah. Now I got a couple Mexico stamps in that first one too, but it's mostly all DR. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I didn't start going. Didn't start going to Colombia until the new book, 2021. Even though I had another cousin that was going there, and he had been told me to fuck with Colombia. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't, especially for my first trip. I'm not going out there by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me and him couldn't connect to our schedules couldn't connect to the point where me and him would go out there and he showed me around. But he was telling me about Colombia back in 2016 before anybody started going. You know what I'm saying? So I brought it to my people and they was on the same shit. It's DR or bus. They ain't want to fuck with Colombia. And then another friend of mine started talking this Thailand shit. That was in 2019, and I'm pretty much like, yo, I'm not sitting on a plane for 20 hours. Fuck that shit.
Yo, you used to do karaoke and classicals,
No,
Gans?
no,
Oh, okay.
nah, I don't fuck with that karaoke shit. They got another spot in Sasua where they do the karaoke shit at. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some chicks that go there. And Showtime is asking me, Gans, did you used to drive the trucks? Yes, you can't be a New York City sanitation worker without having a CDL. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they will not hire you.
What kind of CDL? That's a Class D or what?
That's a Class B.
B? Okay.
Yeah. So
It's not.
anybody in New York,
It's not a passenger endorsed CDL, right? Or just a plain old Class B.
I have Class B. Well, I got Class A now, but to
Okay.
come on the job, you got to have Class B with the tanker endorsement.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have those endorsements, and then if you want to have hazmat and all the other shit, you can get it. But to get on with New York City sanitation, you have to have the Class B with the tanker endorsement. And sanitation will train you to get your license. You know what I'm saying? If you took the test and you on the list, they call you. They have a training course. New York City Sanitation has a training course for you to they'll help you get your CDL. You know what I'm saying? When I came on the job, it was for free. Now they charging. They'll they'll give you your CDL for free, but they're gonna take their money back out of your paycheck. That shit is crazy.
Well, yeah. At least
Unless
they,
unless you
at
pay
least,
unless you pay it up front.
at least they let you come to the job without it, man. Because usually some jobs be like, yo, you gotta have a CDL before you even step in the door. So
No,
if
you
you
gotta
call
have it.
you,
You gotta have it before you step in the door. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have your CDL, they're not gonna hire you. But they'll call you once they call you, you do all your physicals and all that, then they're gonna ask you, do you have your CDL already? No,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
well, you know what I'm saying? We'll put you in our course. What you want to do, you want to go through their course because their course is cheaper than the other courses. You know what I'm saying? Plus you get to use their trucks. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
They should be hiring a whole lot right now because all the people that came in with you are starting to retire.
Yeah. Yeah. All of 2004, they all leaving now. 2005, they up. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah.
So what the next spot you going to?
I'm flying out Tuesday.
Oh, to where? Sasua?
No, I'm not going to the Sioux.
Columbia?
Nah, I'm going to DR, but I'm not going to the Sioux.
Oh shit. Where you going
Mm-hmm.
then?
I'm going close enough to the Sioux, but I
Where
ain't
you
going to the
just
Sioux.
where
I'm
you
going.
just you
I'm
going
going to
close enough to
POP.
the Sioux where you're gonna trip and end up in the Sioux.
I'll pass through there, but I'm going to be
Yeah.
in POP.
We already
I
know
got.
that you gotta see your boy. That your first thing your boy gonna be like, yo, why you got that dude on the show, man? Why you got that dude on the show?
Mm-hmm. Smoke, come up. The link is in the chat.
That's the first thing you're gonna say. Why you got that dude on the show? Tell him, man, it's a free country, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'm going to Puerto Plata. Going to be over there most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I might drive past the sewer, go past the Texaco, and keep going over the Cabarete. I don't think I'm making that. I'm not making that left turn over to go on Pedro Casante.
Yo, did
But
that
who
dude ever
knows?
get
I
out
just
of jail?
like you said, like Khalil said, I just might trip. I just might trip and fall in the soup.
Did the finger dude get out of jail?
I don't know. I don't even know that dude. You know what
I
I'm
don't know how
saying?
you don't know him. You've been down there long enough.
Listen, because I wasn't paying attention to niggas. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying attention to dudes. Other than the dudes who I fuck with, that I'm out there hanging out with, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really paying attention to dudes. You know what I'm saying? I met Sin City and Sunday nights. I didn't really meet them. We all happened to be sitting at the same table. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Oh, okay.
you know, that's
You
how
going
we
Showtime
came.
said you going out there without checking Flip? But I already know you're gonna check them. You gotta check them.
Flip, know I'm coming. Me and him, Flip already spoke. Yeah. Ellis Darrell, what's up? So let me see what everybody's saying in the chat. Showtime saying I'm going to the Sioux. He's never going, but ends back up in the Sioux. Yeah, I guess so. POP is the Sioux. Stop it. That's from Sandstro. Actually, no, it's not. And we're going to talk about why. Showtime says, so you going out there and you're not going to check Flip? Yeah, I already spoke on that. I already spoke to Flip. Ellis Darrell said, what up, Gans? Sunday Night Smoke said, I'm about to clean and cook up on the grill. Ellis Darrell said, Columbia is the truth. I hope I can make it to another country, too. And Showtime said, Rumba live loading. Okay, put it up there. I want to see that. I want to see that because whatchamacallit don't let nobody film in there. So if you filmed in Rumba, you must have filmed on your last day and got the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because the owner don't allow no filming. Salute. Smoke, thanks for the $4.99 super chat. Let me see what's going on because I haven't been on this. I haven't done the stream from my phone in a minute.
Smoke Showtime in Cancun right now.
Yeah, that's where I thought he was at.
I like the Hard Rock, the Planet Hard Rock Cafe out there, or Planet Hollywood, whichever one is named.
Mm-hmm.
In Cancun.
Yeah, Smoke. Thanks for the $4.99 super chat. He says salute, Gans. right? Okay, I see what's going on here. London Town saying Gans will be posted up on the corner in the Sioux with his drunken behavior. Nah, I don't hang out on no corners in Sioux. Only in Medellin.
You going out to the Sioux? You going out to POP solo?
Nah, well, yeah, I'm going out there by myself, but my man from North Carolina, he gonna meet me out there. So me and him gonna hang out together.
That's a Canon. Conceded. That's a Canon EOS R7 with an 800 millimeter lens. I'm into landscaping, photography, and wildlife. So when I get off of here, I'll be taking pictures of some birds and practicing taking pictures of airplanes. That's how I practice.
Showtime saying Gan's gonna go to Tinky Winky and tell Future that's his block now. Nah. Y'all niggas can have Tinky Winky. I don't go in there. I've never been in that motherfucker. I looked inside there and I'm like, I'm good. Because everybody's hanging out at Rumba. You know what I'm saying? So that Tinky Winky spot, I don't, that's some weirdo shit going on over there.
Y'all all go to the same spots, man. So stop the cap.
Yeah.
Either it's Rumba, Classicals, or flip flops.
Yeah. Classical, suppose
y'all probably barely hit the beach.
No, I hit the beach. I got pictures. I got pictures that I can post up on the beach now.
When I go traveling, if it's a beach every morning at 6, 7 a.m., I'm out there walking in the water. That's my first thing I do. Then I go, because I stay at a resort, then I go and get me something to eat. Then I take a shower. Then I hit the pool with the drinks. They got the poolside bar and hang out and chill. Do Susua got a resort?
Not that I know. I think Hispaniola Beach, you could consider that a resort. I'm not sure.
I'm surprised.
They used to, but we've been doing the villas so long. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, eventually Susua gonna have a resort out there.
Big Daddy Stovepipe says yes. I remember there being a resort, but I can't think of the name of it. Can't think of the name of it.
They don't have no corporate resorts though, right?
Like
Hard Rock Cafe or anything like
Hard
that.
Rock Cafe. No, they don't got the Hard Rock Cafe. They don't have the Rue. You know,
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm hearing, Susua is a very beautiful, beautiful beach. From what I'm hearing, I haven't been there. I've been to Santo Domingo, but not to Susua.
They coming. No. Those big brand joints, they coming. They done knocked down a lot of that shit on the beach.
But according to Flip Flop, they're not coming. So I'm gonna go by him because he's on the island for the last 15 years, so he knows. You know,
them shits is coming. Them shits is coming.
Well,
it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be close to 10 years before one opens up, but they coming.
So you think by 2030 they're gonna start construction of one, or before 2030?
About 2030.
They'll be starting construction.
Don't nothing move fast in Susua. Everything is a slow process.
Cause Punta Cana got all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, because I was always surprised Susua didn't have that. Because I said that's more quick to get to there than to get to the Punta Cana spot. You know, and they both got beautiful beaches. That'd be a whole lot more revenue for the island.
Nah, well, the flights are about the same time.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I only been in that Punta Cana airport once, and that shit seemed like it was a madhouse. You know what I'm saying? I had to run for my flight.
You was just down there, wasn't you? Wasn't you in
Yeah,
Punta
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When I was leaving Punta Cana, I had to run for the flight.
You was getting the day passes for the resorts, right?
Yeah.
How much the
My
day
man,
pass was running you?
I think I paid $250 for 3 days.
$250
For 3 days, I had to pass for 3
That's
days.
cheap.
Yeah.
And you had access to all the liquor and all the food.
Yes. Everything.
Oh
everything.
shit, that's damn cheap right there.
But what it is, to get that pass, you have to have somebody that's staying there. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go there and say, "Yo, I want to get a day pass." They're not gonna give it to you. You have to have somebody that's staying there.
So you gotta be
So,
like, such and such, my friend is staying here. Boom,
yeah.
boom, boom.
So
He
has to
comes up
come
to the front
downstairs.
and he
Right.
verify you.
Right. And then you get your day pass. You know what I'm saying?
That $250 for 3 days, that's excellent, man.
Yep.
So you had access to all the restaurants, everything.
Everything. Just like I was staying there. Restaurants, unlimited drinks.
That'd have been my first stop every morning. I went straight over there, got my breakfast, chilled at the pool, probably had a lunch, then I went outside for a while, came back and got my dinner, then went back outside.
Mm-hmm.
I would have played that place right, man.
Yeah.
I hope you got your $250 worth out of it.
Yeah, hell yeah. I still got footage from there that I didn't upload. That's because I was walking around with my shirt off. So I'm like, nah, I ain't putting that shit up there. Yeah. You know, I was walking around with the shirt off.
You ain't bagged nothing on the resort? Because I know it was a whole bunch of single women on there thirsty.
No. The one
you ain't seen nothing attractive on the resort. That's what you're gonna try to tell.
The one chick that I was talking to, we sparked up a conversation, but I wasn't fucking with her anyway. She was too young.
Oh, okay.
She was like 22 years old. I ain't fucking
that's
with
way too goddamn young.
Yeah, too young.
You ain't see no good looking aunties?
No, well, her mother came through.
Yeah.
And then I was like, damn, why the moms didn't sit down for a minute? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then again, I ain't fucking with nothing too young, and I ain't fucking with nothing too old either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 40 to 45. About 40 is my cutoff limit.
You could have a 3-day pass on a nice resort with all them singing women on there. You could have caught at least 1 day of some free poontang.
I didn't see nothing that was really worth, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of you gotta remember
on that whole resort, it's no good looking women. I've been to
you
resorts. I see plenty of good looking single women.
That was around you gotta remember that was around spring break too. The end that was on March. That was the beginning of March. So that was right around getting close to spring break. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple things out there. You know what I'm saying?
I've been to plenty of resorts in my lifetime, and it's always some lonely, good looking poontang on a resort that you ain't got to go into your pocket for. You just got to have a good conversation and catch your eye.
Now, Tony Hernandez is saying Gans ain't got a mouthpiece. How much you want to bet?
Oh, Tony Hernandez, that's what it was. He was on the beach. He was in the resort. Can't talk to one woman unless he pull out $1 and say, "Yo, I got my pension."
Wrong. That ain't me. Listen, y'all gotta understand. Me and Khalil come from a time where you had to have a mouthpiece.
Yeah, they don't
know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't know that. You had to have a mouthpiece. I'm gonna give y'all a little cast of sprinkle of some old game that I used to use. You know what I'm saying? You approach a chick, you say, "Excuse me, sweetheart." Well, I say sweetheart now. But back then I wasn't using the word sweetheart, but I'm gonna say sweetheart. Excuse me, sweetheart, can I get a minute of your time? If she says, no, I ain't got a minute, then you come back at her and say, how about 60 seconds? Once you got her thinking and then she laughing, now you got
laughing. That's over.
It's over. You got her.
I used to say a minute with me might save your life. And then the girl start laughing. You know it's over dance after that. Your boy was in there like swimwear. Yeah. We come from a time where
you had to
talking
have
was
game.
important.
You had to have game. You know what I'm saying? And
especially back then, I didn't have much, so I had to talk. I had to be able to be funny, be witty, and have some type of game. Because I didn't have much. You know, I was competing against drug dealers, trying to get some badass chicks, which I got once I started playing basketball.
Yeah, Mr. D, the link is in the chat. They was coming for Mr. D the other night.
They had him sweating, man. They had him. First time I ever heard him stuttering with his speaking and switching up, man. I like, oh shit. Who was it? Was Showtime boxed him in the corner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Showtime that boxed him in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. The link is for anybody that want to come up. Oh, well, Smoke said he said he getting ready to get it up, get it popping in the backyard.
I just started following Mr. D on Instagram. Just started following him.
Yeah. So yeah, he can't stay putting his lips like that after let me see. But I gotta put it on the stage. I can't because the dollar sign is blocking it.
It says Gan stay pouting his lips like he got a Carmex. Carmex endorsed it. He talking about that shit that come in the yellow top.
Yeah.
London Town, that's a female or a dude?
I have no clue. He be always around trolling, but I think he is from London.
Is a girl name.
Nah, not if he's from London.
I know a girl from London that's named London.
Oh wow.
Oh, they know a woman. I just finished talking to her the other day.
Well, what's the name? Lauren. Well, her last name is London. Lauren London. That pretty ass. Yo. When I was in Bed-Stuy last week.
Yeah.
I seen a chick. Oh man, and I damn sure should have stepped to her. She dead ass looked like Shorty from
What block you was on?
I was on Tompkins.
Oh, Tompkins by Tompkins Square Park?
No. Well, a couple blocks away from the park.
Oh, okay.
I was on Tompkins and I forgot what block.
I gotta get down to Tompkins Square Park because they be having the house music shit there, man. I just want to go there one time to be reminiscent. I used to love house music back in the days, man.
But yo, there was a chick there that looked just like Shorty from the shot.
Yeah.
The one he had the baby from Homeboy with the part in his head with the half moon part.
And then what was the dark skin chick or the light skin one?
No, the light skin one.
Yeah, because she looked like Laura London too.
Yes. There was a chick over there at the block party that looked exactly like her. I should have stepped to her. I was like, God damn. And I was on the phone with my man. I was like, yo, Shorty looked just like Shorty from the shot. Yeah.
So why you ain't saying nothing to her?
I should have. I was on the phone with my man, and I think I was filming.
You ain't gonna never see that chick again, probably.
Same time. Huh?
You ain't gonna never see that chick again, probably.
Probably not.
Knowing how big Brooklyn is and knowing how people pop up events that you never see again at another event.
Unless she be at another event. You know what I'm saying?
Where was that rooftop thing you was at?
That was in Sunset Park.
Sunset Park.
They got a joint over there with
Sunset Park in 30 years. I used to play in a basketball tournament in Sunset Park.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, they got there's a building over there where they throw rooftop events at. Over in Sunset Park. Yeah. But that crew is 2 chicks. They've been throwing parties. They got another one coming up. When's that joint coming? It's coming up this Saturday coming. They're having something at the Promenade in Brooklyn. So it's gonna be another outdoor party at the promenade. But
I gotta check one of them party out.
yeah, and there's also a pool party happening that same day. My people that I was with at the rooftop joint, they going to the pool party. So they all talking about
the
that.
last party I've been
I'm
to
gonna be in
down there
DR.
was at this hotel in Williamsburg, this fly ass hotel in Williamsburg, in Brooklyn. I forgot the
London
name of
Town.
that hotel.
You could trust me. Ain't
that
London
hotel
Town?
was dope,
Trust
man.
me, London Town. Ain't no fear in Mr. D. You know what I'm saying? He gonna pull up to this panel in a minute. He probably doing something right now. He'll be here in a minute. But I'm gonna drop the link just in case.
Showtime said how long you in DR?
7 days.
Whew. You definitely going to Sasua. You definitely going to Sasua.
Yeah, but not gonna hang out over there. Not heavy like that. Cause my homie that I'm meeting down there with, he don't rock out in Sasua. He said, "Yo,
Okay,
you
what's
gotta
the
come."
difference between Puerto Plata and Sasua?
Listen, you got a bunch of women that don't go to Sasua. I've said it before. Sasua is bottom of the barrel, low grade chicks. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that different women, they all doing their thing.
Yeah.
But you want to get the top notch.
So the POP chicks, only time they pop up in Sasua is for Halloween and Super Bowl. That's what you're saying.
No.
They don't even come down there for Halloween and Super Bowl.
No.
So when all that bread, extra bread flowing through, they ain't coming through there. Come on, man.
Listen. Listen, we're not talking about how it was 10, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's still more people come during the Super Bowl and Halloween.
We got the internet now.
All the players come out then.
We got the internet now. So the top notch chicks don't have to put their feet on Pedro Casante. They got niggas sending them money.
That's what I'm saying? That's true too. So you saying the internet killed a lot of women from traveling to the Sioux on those two special occasions. That's what you're saying?
They don't have to. They don't. And now
you saying they killed it. You're saying the internet killed it.
I ain't saying they killed it. Super Bowl is still gonna bring some top notch women. All the prices is high during Super Bowl. Halloween is bringing pretty much lower mid grade.
Showtime said he raising all the prices during Halloween. Showtime, what you gonna pay a chick $300 for one session? That's the only when you're gonna raise the prices.
Nah, listen, these dudes, hey, you got a lot of these dudes go down there for a weekend. They go down there for a weekend and spend 3, 4, 5 racks. I'm like, yo, how the hell you doing that? One dude told me, he said, yo, I'm banging 4 or 5 a day. Like, nigga, you just exercising. Go to the gym and do some pull-ups. Because after you bust them first 2, maybe 3 nuts.
That's a dude that been backed up for 5 years in the States, man. Banging 4 or 5 chicks.
You gotta realize a lot of these dudes, ever since Kevin Samuels, they got something called monk mode. These dudes don't fuck with no chicks in the States.
Man, them dudes was already on monk mode, not by choice, because they couldn't pull a chick. I don't want to hear that shit.
A lot of these dudes is like that. A lot of these dudes is like that. They on monk mode by force, not by choice.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Now, if you go into these places every month, or at least every other month, then I can see
them places every month. That means you're in love with somebody.
No, not really.
I want to hear that shit. You got a particular girl that you feeling.
Yeah, they most likely they do. Most likely they do.
Come on, most man. You don't want to give up the secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of your favorite, most of your favorite internet dudes got favorites down there, and they got babies by these favorites, and you know that. You know that, but you won't give up the real game. One day in your old age, you're going to get a conscience and really tell the truth what's going on down there, because you know. I don't know. I'm not down there.
Damn. You see what Showtime just said? He said, when you go, y'all, this is for y'all cats. When y'all go to the Sioux, 4,000 pesos ain't getting it done.
How much is 4,000 in American money?
That's about $80 to $100. That's about $80 because I think 5,000. I haven't been 5,000 pesos is about $100.
Can that 4,000 get you a Haitian at least? Get you a nice, a bad Haitian?
Oh hell yeah, yeah. It can get you a Haitian. Conceited. Thanks for the super chat. Why do you frequent these places, Gans?
Oh shit.
Because I'm going where the party is at. I'm going to where the party is at.
He tired of American black women. He just like going to clubs and looking at them, but he don't want to put in the work for them.
I put in the work.
He don't want to take them to Ricardo's. He don't want to take them to Brooklyn Chop House. He don't want to do none of that stuff.
We're not going to City Island.
Let me talk. Ricardo's and Brooklyn Chop House and City Island equal a ticket and a room in Sasua.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it is, Gaz. That's what it is.
We're not going to the Chart House over in Weehawken, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
We don't even want to hold hands walking over the Brooklyn Bridge. He don't want to do none of that shit.
Nope. we not going to Mr. Styles.
He don't want to go on Halsey Street.
We ain't doing none of that shit.
He don't want to go and stand on the line on Halsey.
Know what I'm saying?
An oxtail pizza he don't want to stand on the line for an hour to get a $15 slice of an oxtail pizza. He don't want to do none of that shit. No, he don't want to put in no type of work.
The most you just might get out of me. The most you might get out of me. We might go to the Spanish restaurant over in Newark, New Jersey. What's the name of it? And I ain't talking about Spanish like Puerto Rican and Dominican food. I'm talking Spain.
I know you're talking about.
Damn, what the fuck is the name of it? What? Not Tito Puente. I can't think of the name of that.
Had a dope ass Spaniard spot too out there. They had valet parking and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't trust the valet parking. I thought the niggas was gonna steal my car and shit. I said, this is still the Bronx, man.
Right. We got one in Staten Island called the Real Madrid. That's Spanish restaurant. You can get that out of me. You know what I'm saying? But usually I bring wifey there. You know what I'm saying?
I already know what it is. I know what it is with you, Gan. You don't want to put it no type of, because a girl in the city probably will cost you about the minimum a G a month.
Jaron Leonardo, he got it. Don Pepe in Newark. That's the most a chick might get it, and that's a strong mic. Cause I gotta think about it. I'm like, yo, you gotta be a dime piece. You gotta be a dime. I'm really feeling the vibe for me to take you there and spend that bread.
I might just pop up in the zoo in October. I might just do that.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I was gonna fuck with this.
I go into Flip Flop and order some wings and shit. You think he gonna serve me?
Don't tell him who you are.
I'm gonna tell him who I am.
Flip probably ain't. He probably won't even be there.
Nobody. You think I'm traveling 3,000 or 4,000 miles, paying all that money to mess up my passport? Because once you mess up your passport from at one place, other places might turn you down. Nah, I ain't doing that stupid shit.
What you mean mess up your passport?
Because if you get into something, you gonna mess up your passport, man.
Oh, okay.
If you get into a situation, you know, I tell them, I go to Flip out, say, yo, those are just words, brother. That's how I feel. If you take them to heart, that's on you. But you claim you from Southside, so you shouldn't take them to heart. Because I never disrespect your kids, never disrespect your mother. I just said how I feel about what y'all niggas is doing out there, and that you doing a lot of capping when it comes to that violent talk. Because a crackhead Dominican was at the door. He was talking heavy shit, and you just blamed it on the bodyguard and said the bodyguard was supposed to do something. Come on. You know, I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy. Don't talk gangster and you get a gangster moment and you don't act as a gangster. See, I'm a soldier. I'm not a gangster. I'm going on what you do. I react off of you. I'm not gonna start nothing or anything, but you do something to me, I'm gonna show you what that white man taught me for 6 years in the Army and what I did out there in Iraq in 2003. You know, and that's all about me. But I'm not bothering nobody. I'm gonna talk the truth, what I see, because you talking gangster. Then two crackheads come to the door, and you copping a plea. That's how God works sometimes, because He revealed the truth to us, and He revealed the truth to us that day that Flip is not a gangster. He's just a talker.
Well, Conceited said Showtime, he won't be there Halloween, but definitely for Super Bowl. Conceited.
Mr. D, what's good, brother?
Conceited. For the 15 years I've been going to Sasu, I've never been there for Super Bowl. And won't go.
You have me in
Mr.
Super
D,
Bowl
what
for
up?
15 years.
What's good? What's good?
What's good? We here.
I hear that. I've been popping in and out. Took my daughter back home today, so
Okay.
you know what's going on, backyard.
I'm maintaining, man. I was doing the lawn earlier. Then he hit me with something saying he gonna come on. So I said I'll be finished by then. I'll just hop and take my shower real quick and continue letting the lawn get watered. I can't be out there because the lawn is getting watered. So I said I sit in my porch area and talk shit to this dude.
Yeah, I seen the story and whatnot. He was chopping it up about it.
Yeah.
You know.
So
And,
Showtime said he raising the prices in the suit.
who's
You know
raising the price?
Showtime said he raising the prices in the suit. Listen, let me tell you something. Even in Sasua, you got to have some type of mouthpiece and some type of game and
I
some
don't
type
want
of
to hear that shit,
negotiation.
man. Come on,
No,
man.
hold on,
Come
Khalil.
on,
Let me
man.
finish. Let me
God
finish,
damn
Khalil.
it, man. This guy
Let me
coming
finish.
with this BS. I got to get a drink for that, man.
Yeah, get a drink
God
for this
darn
one.
it, man.
Get a drink for this one. Even in Sasua, you got to have some type of game and some type of negotiation skill. So Showtime, just because you pay a chick 300 doesn't mean I'm gonna pay a chick 300.
Come on, man. I didn't see TMI with girls just as good as look just as good as the girls you had, Gans. It might have even been the same goddamn girls. And all you rocking is a 5X t-shirt and some basketball shirts.
TMI ain't get
and a Yankee hat. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't want to hear that game stuff.
TMI ain't get to Sasua till 2019.
I don't give a damn when he got there. You and him look like y'all had the same chicks.
Most of the top quality talent had done left by then.
Oh man, you got an excuse for everything, man. You and TMI look like y'all had the same type of chicks, brother. Come on, man.
Hell no.
And all he wears a 5X t-shirt from Chinatown and some basketball shorts and an old Yankee hat. And I don't know what kind of footwear he got on because I never seen his feet. You know what kind of footwear he got on because you didn't chill with him before.
Yeah, I done seen him before. And he rocking a pair of Jordans where his feet is busting out of.
And he getting the same chicks you getting.
Hey.
Yeah.
No, we not.
Yeah.
No, I just think with that situation, I don't really think that is game. I just really think that, you just got to know how to wheel and deal. That's it. I don't think it's really game because most of the dudes that's going there for that, 90% of them or 95% of them don't even speak Spanish. So, if you're there, you pretty much just need to know how to negotiate time and cost. That's it. And you could do all that in Google Translate.
And it's also timing. The time, when I say timing, I mean how many other dudes is offering that girl some money right then and there. If there's nobody offering her no money and you the only one, she might just take the price you offer.
Right. Like I give you an example. When I was there with Gans back in October during actual Halloween, not the Halloween festivities kind of died down at that point. They would just,
you was there the 31st then?
Yeah, I was on the 31st. I was there after
Gans
all
was with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we was there. We was there for 2 weeks.
5 minutes ago, Gans, you never been there on Halloween.
No, Super Bowl.
They said Super Bowl.
Super Bowl? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Bowl,
so we went into what was that? Rumbus. right? So on night
Yeah.
2, they had a John there, like an Angela Yee type John. And everybody in the room was, on that. There was a dude that was with us that was on that. But, like you said, it's timing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was, shooting a shot, but I guess whatever she was talking about, they wasn't feeling. And then when she got to me, the numbers was right. You know what I'm saying? So it's timing, and pretty much I look at it like this. You get what you pay for, period. You get what you pay for. If you willing to spend X amount of dollars on such and such said individual, then you spend that amount. But I'm the type of person, this is where I'm going with it. It's between this and this.
You got a
And if
price
it's,
point.
yeah, because it's the same thing. It's the same thing when I'm in Colombia. In Colombia, that's why I don't like, I told cats, like, I don't really want to deal in that the next time I go to Colombia, because I prefer the casas, the dance clubs, and the only way that I'm paying top dollars if we in the upper echelons of Colombia. Like you said, was
Stratus
it tier
6.
6?
Stratus 6.
Yeah,
So it's a Stratus 6.
yeah. Stratus 6. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dealing with 10th Street and Parque Yeris. That's all
Street meat. That's
money.
street meat.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, the Casas, what I love about the Casas and I like about the dance clubs, they got a lot to lose. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they're not trying to lose that dollar. You in the Casa, you going in the Casa catching something bad for like 35 to 40 joints. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You get in the dance club, and it was crazy because the first time I went, you always got the mentality of home. So they telling you don't make it rain in there. Don't
Yeah.
do that. Don't throw the dollars. Don't throw the pesos up. Whatever. They're gonna come to you, and it's almost like an interview. You know what I'm saying? And you just, all right, throw a little change. You like what you see? All right. How can you show me the lay of the land? Well, how much it gonna cost me to show me the lay of the land? All right, da da da. And usually you spending like 75 joints, but that you gonna get some good service because they got more to lose in those places than they do in the street. In the street, they don't care. They already know you vulnerable because you taking them up to your spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, you at least you got to look halfway decent. You know what I'm saying? I heard that when you in Thailand, if if you're not looking up to par, they don't have no problem with telling you no. I ain't rocking
Yeah.
with you.
I heard that too. But in DR, they'll bang out a corpse if he got the money in DR. That's what I heard. So that's when Gans be talking that picky lady stuff, and you gotta have game. That's crap. Cause I look at T.I. I'm at TMI. That's it.
Mhm.
Once I see him, that's it.
No,
And
I
it's
mean, when I'm talking game, I'm talking negotiation skills. So what I'm saying is just because Showtime is paying 300 doesn't mean I'm going to pay 300 for the same girl because I know how to tell them no.
if she
Mhm.
got 300, if she getting 300, and it's peak season, and it's high demand, and you want that girl, you gonna pay that 300, or you got to come back when it's low season, and you might pay whatever. Peak
No,
season is the Super Bowl, and peak season is Halloween. Unless you catch a 4 a.m. at the end of the night where everybody don't have bread. But during the Super Bowl, these dudes are cash advancing their income tax checks. So they
not only
got bread.
these
They
motherfuckers is
got
taking
bread.
these motherfuckers is taking money out of their 401ks and shit
And
to
that's
go to
February.
go and
That's
throw it in the
what
air.
Super Bowl is around February. So they got
Yeah,
bread. They got the income
yeah,
tax check.
it's tax.
And I hope nobody ain't taking no money out their 401k, borrowing on their 401k for no poontang. If you borrow on your 401k to fix your house, is good because the interest rate is no interest rate really. But if
Hmm.
you doing it for some poontang, man, you need some help.
Yeah, these motherfuckers These motherfuckers,
I
they
don't know
know
nobody like that.
January
That
1st.
sound like from
Yo,
that sound like a self experience right there to me.
nah,
That
not
sound
me.
like a self
I ain't never,
experience
I
to
ain't
me
never,
because I
I ain't
never
never,
heard of that crap before.
I ain't never, I ain't never, I ain't never borrowed, I ain't
I
never
heard of the
borrowed off of my
income tax
401k.
advance on the income tax check, but I never heard no 401k. Is that you in your early days, Gans, or what,
No,
man?
I never borrowed off of my 401k to
Is
go
that
to the
you in
suit.
your early days when you was open off the suit, when you got the
Nope,
48 pass,
nope,
48 steps, your
nope,
one book when you was going every other month,
nope, nope, nope.
using your
I never,
using your FMLA and then having your brother at the house that looked like you when the sanitation sent somebody at to the crib.
yo,
You got your brother that looked like you at the
yo,
crib. Come on,
Mr. D,
man. I
Mr.
know the
D,
game, Gans. I know I'm
Mr.
from
D,
Brooklyn,
Mr.
Gans.
D. You know what I
I'm
use?
from Bed-Stuy. I'm from Reed Avenue. I ain't from Malcolm X Boulevard. I'm
Yo,
Reed Avenue before they turn it to Malcolm X Boulevard.
I've
I'm
never
from
used
Reed Avenue.
FMLA. I never used FMLA
Yo,
to go on a
Mr.
trip.
D, he got his brother at the crib that looked like him when sanitation sent somebody.
Yo, Mr. D,
I
you
know the
know,
game. I know the
Mr.
game,
D,
Gans.
Mr. D, you know when I use that FMLA?
Uh,
On the New Year's Eve, the cleanup for the New Year's Eve, and they made everybody mandatory. Oh, Gans ain't gonna
yeah,
be there. I'm going FMLA because you can't go sick. Because if you go
yeah.
sick, they're gonna
Yo,
make you have all
Gans,
kind of
I'm not one
doctor's
of these
notes and
young
shit.
dudes that you running the game on, man. I'm 51. I'll be 52 in September, man. So I'm already saying I'm 52 because I believe God gonna let me reach that day. You know,
Now I
so
might have.
I
Shit.
know the
Now
game.
I. Now listen,
You brought up the
Khalil,
401k. He brought up the
Khalil.
401k
I
crap.
ain't never.
Yeah, I'm
No,
listening.
I never touched my 401k money. I never
You
touched that
brought
shit.
that crap up. I never heard that before.
You've heard it before. Heard it
You
before.
there before?
Yeah, hell yeah, I heard that shit before. That's the
I heard
401k.
of the advance on the income tax check for to get to the Super Bowl in
Not
February because
no,
some
not
people
the
get
four.
they like I get my W-2 from the post office. They put it out on February 1st.
Mr.
You
D,
know?
Mr. D. It was a
Yeah.
dude. It was a dude in M3. That motherfucker used to take pension loans to go to the suit.
Mm.
What is
Yeah.
M3? I don't know what that is. You talking foreign to me.
That's a
That's
sanitation
the
truck.
depot. That's one of the
That,
depots.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they got 34th, they got 33rd Street post office.
Yeah.
Back in the days, I believe it was what's his name, Lucky Martinez that ran it with the afro. You know that dude?
I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
He's a
because
legend.
I almost ended before sanitation. I almost ended up with Lucky and them in 33rd Street, and
Mm-hmm.
he was scaring us with with when you got to do that driving test with the mail truck
Yeah.
and whatnot. He was like, yeah, but once you pass this, you good, man, you good. He walked out there with his bell bottoms and his afro in 2007. Like, yeah, what's going on? But
Cause yo, Khalil. The reason
Yes.
why I say I heard of it because there was a lot of wild shit going on in 2020 during COVID. So motherfuckers was taking that 401k money because you didn't have to pay any
taxes,
interest taxes
penalty.
on right. You didn't have to pay the penalty. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers was taking that money, right? The same motherfucker from M3, Mr. D, that motherfucker he took about 30K, right? And he
Mm-hmm.
did some other shit with the money, but he went to the zoo and he stayed for like a whole month because you go down with COVID, they wasn't checking on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't checking on nobody during COVID. So motherfuckers was going
Hey,
out.
Mr. D.
They
Was
was staying
gas
out. They
missing
was
for
staying
a
out
month
from
back
work.
then?
Huh?
Was gas missing for a month back then?
No,
Nah,
never.
nah, 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 nah,
Because it sounds like he
Yo,
talking about himself.
no, no,
nah.
Was he missing
no.
for a month?
During COVID, during the lockdown, you was still in 6, right?
Yeah, I was still in 6, but then I came to 18
Yeah,
What's
you
six?
can't.
Because gas,
because
That's
I
gas
was
enough.
used.
chasing because Mr. D knows I was working on my pension numbers. So I was taking all that overtime. They had something called COVID cleaning where all you had to do was stay and mop the floor. You get paid 4 hours overtime. Yo, I was getting that shit every fucking night. Every freaking night. You know what I'm saying? Because I was working on my pension numbers. I wasn't missing no work. I wasn't, and niggas on sanitation that know me, no, when it rained, Gans ain't coming to work.
Was you at the spot on 128th?
No, I was never at that garage. You talking about M10?
M10 on 128th in Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because my friend lived on 129th and Lex.
Okay.
Nah, I was never in that
I
garage.
used to park on that on that block.
And you know them niggas used to have car shows up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had all Showtime. You couldn't fuck around with them niggas up there. You could bring a 7 Series. You could bring a 7 Series from 2030. Them motherfuckers had Maseratis, Lamborghinis, and this was all sanitation workers. They had big
some
dog
shit up
shit.
there. Yeah. I said them niggas selling cocaine off the trucks. They ain't just doing no garbage. The cars they had over there.
Reed Avenue, boy.
Yeah, you already know. That's why he ain't gonna pull no game on me. I'm from Reed Avenue. Yo, Mr. D, remember the trolley tracks used to be in the street?
Yeah.
Before
I used to live on
tore it up.
Yeah, I used to live on Decatur. Decatur between Ralph and Patrick.
My grandmother used to run a bar on Halsey and Reed Avenue. My grandmother name was Mercedes Rose, but it's spelled the same way as Mercedes. So all her friends call her Mercedes. That's the reason why I got a Mercedes, because of her name.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy because let me tell you this story. When I picked up my aunt when I brought a brand new Mercedes in 2008. I brought the 550 CLS in 2008, brand new. I picked up my aunt from my house. And remember, it had the light when you open the door and it says Mercedes. My aunt started going crazy. Oh my God, you got a car. You named the car after my mother. And I didn't say yes. Because she didn't know nothing about cars. So I just say, yeah, I put that name down there after my grandmother and your mother. I let it go. I went with the lie. Because sometimes you got to go with a lie to make a person feel good. And I went with that lie.
Showtime said if he couldn't go, I had to stay home. Showtime. I pulled up on the block with that bad boy right there. You see that motorcycle? And I shut the whole block down with that motorcycle right there.
You in Staten Island or what?
Staten Island.
Oh, you still in Staten Island?
Mm-hmm.
Is you where the Italians live at?
I shut the whole block down with the motorcycle. Trust and believe that.
You live by the Italians?
Nah, this my block used to be all Italian. They all moved out. Well, the ones they done, most of them probably done died off, but they moved out before they died off. Jay, now, no, I wasn't a supervisor. See, Showtime says we don't care. We don't care because Showtime, you don't ride motorcycle.
Yeah, you like me. They offer me to move up to supervise and all that crap. I don't want to be no supervisor.
Nah, yo, Mr. D tell you I used to curse the supervisors out. That's how I got the name Gangster.
Yo, he used to curse the supervisors out. I cursed the chiefs out.
Hey, they used to David, that's what happened to me. I cursed the postmaster out. They put me out of work for 3 months.
Bro.
But I got administration pay when I was out. They were trying to fire me.
Bro, these guys was cheering me on and all this. They want to take pictures with me and post it on Facebook. I said, y'all dudes is smiling and laughing, but I'm the one that's getting the suspension. I'm the one that's getting all that. Like, come on.
Same thing, because I said something to the postmaster, and they put me out of work, said, yo, we think he's violent because of his history in Iraq. And they put me out of work. They was trying to fire me. And everybody was congratulating me. I'm like, yo, I'm on the line here, man. Go fuck all that shit. But thank God, Paul Tonko fought in Iraq with his son in 2003. And he told me, long if I ain't got no R charge or no murder charge, he'll help me. So I called his son. Then he called his father, Paul Tonko, congressman. Then he called the post office and said, Khalil, don't be back to work by tomorrow. It's going to be some problems. Then the supervisor called me, and I was right back at work. And then I filed a grievance and got all my back overtime from all that shit for those 3 months. I was working 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. So I got all that back overtime from them cocksuckers, from them devils. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Mr. D, they had a supervisor in 18. They had a supervisor in 18 named Otorola. Now, let me say pause for these dudes before I drop this story because you know how they get. Mr. D knows we had a terminology in sanitation called bang. So when the supervisor tell you, yo, I'm gonna bang you, that means he gonna write you up, right?
Pause. Yeah, pause.
So that don't even sound right.
Yeah, but that's the terminology in sanitation. Hey, I didn't make it up. I came on the job and they were saying that. But yo, that dude Otorola said, yo, Gans, you was missing for we took extended break. That's what the shit was. I had something I had to take care of. He said, yo, I'm gonna bang you if you don't finish this route. I said, whatever, motherfucker. I said, yo, you gonna bang, you gonna write me up? Here's the pen. And I threw the fucking pen and hit him in the face with it. And y'all can take that story to the motherfucking bank. Niggas will confirm that shit in 18. Word.
Yo, Mr. D, you know my best friend Brandon Jackson that used to work for sanitation?
Brandon Jackson, what depot?
He was part of he started that runners. He started that Black Men's Runs Club.
He was in M7.
I might have like, me and him might have been in conversation.
He started the Black Men's Runs Club, which is a big organization all over the country. I remember when he started. Me and him grew up on Macon Street together. Gans know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know him. He probably seen him before, but Mr. D, you wasn't in Lower Manhattan. You was only in Harlem, right?
Yeah, I was in Manhattan. What's that? Manhattan 9, up top.
Yeah.
Yeah, Washington. A little bit of Washington Heights, Harlem.
Yeah.
So, I probably know him. Like, I probably don't know him personally, but I'm pretty sure we crossed paths.
Well, Manhattan 7 came up to 125th Street, didn't they?
Yeah, but we never ran into nobody on that.
They came
at 110th.
110th Street.
Yeah. We would only run into these cats when we was down there.
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he started the Black Men's Runs Club in New York, which probably by now got over 50,000 members, where he was running in Japan. He ran everywhere across this world, all the marathons and stuff. I remember when he first started, and I remember when he got the sanitation job. Back around the time Gans got the job, because he got the job then, and I was going into the Army, and he retired too.
If you speak to him, ask him if he remember a guy by the name of Glover out of Manhattan 9. Because Glover,
I'll ask him, because when I go back down to the city, I'll ask him.
Because Glover, he used to be in Manhattan 9. Every time he finished a route, he go do 9 miles. 9 miles every day in his 60s.
That was the old dude, right?
Yeah, with the salt and pepper hair, kind of slim and whatnot. Every time he used to finish the route, he would do 9 miles every day. And he would participate in marathons, races in his 60s doing this and whatnot. I'm like, yo, you picking up a whole 13, 14 ton route. Well, actually not. They used to have
I was gonna bring that up.
The crackheads.
Yeah.
They used to have the crackheads pull out the whole route and then they just throw it in the truck. But yeah, Glover used to run 9 miles every day after the route.
Yeah. Motherfucking Khalil.
Mr. Davis, what part of town you in?
This what they used to do.
I'm in Maryland.
Oh, you okay. What part of Maryland?
On the west side. On the west side of Maryland. I'll tell you off the YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Khalil, this was
I got a couple of friends from the Army. I go out to Maryland and visit them.
Khalil, this is what they used to do. This is what they used to do in Manhattan 9. They get the 2 crackheads, right? Pay them whatever, right? The 2 crackheads they throwing all the garbage out. You know what I'm saying? They basically doing the whole
Okay, when
damn
you
near the whole route.
say throwing the garbage out, they throwing
They
it on a
throwing it.
truck or they put it on the
No,
curb?
they throwing it in the street. You got one crackhead throwing it in the street. You got one sanitation worker and the other crackhead. It's basically a 4-man truck. They throwing all the garbage. The crackheads is doing most of the work though, right?
Well, because they using crackheads because it was too much garbage, or they was being lazy.
No, they wasn't being lazy. They wasn't
Or it
being
was too
listen.
much garbage.
They wanted to be done with the route quick.
They wanted to be done with the route. Motherfuckers want to get off the street as fast as possible.
Oh, okay,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
understand.
Man, them dudes, if the shift starts at 6 o'clock, the shift starts at 6 o'clock.
6 a.m. You talking 6 a.m.
Right. Shift 6 a.m. Right?
Okay.
They to the route by 6:15. The route is completed by no later than 7:30. Right?
7:30 a.m.
7:30 a.m.
And they got all the rest of the day to themselves.
Yo.
Yeah.
They drop the driver off. They drop the driver off at Jimbo's. The driver drop his partner off at Jimbo's. His partner ordered a breakfast. The driver go dump the truck. He come back. By the time he finished dumping that truck and come back, meet his partner at Jimbo's. Breakfast is ready and on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. D, you did the same thing?
In the beginning of my career, until I had the knee surgeries.
Oh, okay. How about you, Gans?
Because
You did the same thing too?
Yes.
How much you was paying the goddamn crackheads? I hope you gave them a fair wage.
Of course. You give each one of them about $40. Give each one of them about $40 in a pack of cigarettes.
What the fuck they need cigarettes for? They smoke crack.
Crackhead always wants cigarettes too.
So you gave them $40 and a pack of cigarettes every day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, that's sweet right there.
And most of the dudes had two regulars that always met them on the route.
And the higher ups never found out about the situation.
They was down with it. They want listen.
They don't.
They want that garbage off the street. They don't care how it get off the street.
They don't see. Here's the thing, Khalil. They don't care about how you get the route up. Going up the street, going up the wrong way of the street, blocking the street off, doing all this. They don't care. As long as that garbage is off the streets, that's all that mattered to them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I feel you.
It's a big country club and whatnot that you got in that whole agency. And it was even sweeter long before me and Gans got on the job.
Okay.
Maybe
I should have kept my black ass in New York City and took a sanitation job, because I did have that offer. I had sanitation offer, I had New York PD, and I had corrections. But when I got out of the military, the way my mind was, I was too stressed out to stay in New York City. So I said, let me go upstate where it's a little bit easier and I can get help for what I need to get help for and get my mind back right. You know, maybe I should have kept my black ass down there.
A couple of them crackheads did have uniforms.
Yeah, you gave the crackheads uniforms too?
You give them a t-shirt.
Give them a t-shirt. They put it on so they fit the profile.
Yeah.
And what they would do is, okay, so let's say like this. All right. So let's take the style, for example, right? So you got Decatur, right?
Yeah.
From Reed to Patchen. That's about 2 blocks. No.
That's
Reed to Ralph. Reed to Ralph, right?
Then. Yeah.
So that's 2 blocks, right?
Yeah.
So you got that. You got the right side of Bainbridge from Patchen, from Ralph to Reed. And then you go down and you got what is that? Was it McDonough?
Yeah, you got McDonald Street. Yeah.
You got McDonough, and one side of that from Reed to Ralph. So you got those 3 blocks,
Yeah.
and then you got both sides of Halsey
Yeah.
from Ralph to Reed, right?
Okay.
So when you got your helper, aka the C head,
Yeah.
what they'll do is they'll come to the route about 4:30, and they'll take all the garbage from the side that you're working on and put it all out on the street, so that when you come, all they're gonna
Okay.
do is toss it in the truck.
When you say pull it on the street, you like pull it in front of the cars that's parked.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, I got
So
it.
when the truck
Seen
comes,
that shit before. I seen that
yeah.
before. That's how I remember.
So
I seen that before. So I know what you're
yeah.
talking about. But I didn't.
So when the
I
truck
thought them
come
niggas was
through,
working for y'all.
that's the whole point.
I remember
No,
that shit.
yeah,
What you talking about? That's how I know
yeah,
they pull it right beside of the cars that's parked early in the
yeah.
fucking morning before y'all niggas got there.
Right. So as soon as we get there,
I think y'all niggas had
pop,
a knock.
pop, pop.
But why the fuck I didn't meet you a long time ago and Brandon didn't tell me this shit? I would have took the fucking job. God damn it.
And you would have been retired.
And just dealt with the pressure of New York.
And you would have been retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, that's how they do it.
I told everybody, yo, take the sanitation test, man. Take the sanitation. Best job that you can get in for the
It
city
is
of
the
New York.
best. But if at that time when I got out of Iraq, man, my fucking head was so fucked up. It probably was best that I came up here, man.
Yo, you ain't got to stand. You ain't got to become a cop and stand on the corner of motherfucking Livonia and motherfucking Rockaway.
That's the job they wanted to give me, the cop in the correction office.
Of course,
I went through
because you
all the
came from the
correction office
military.
and shit. When I went through all the correction office and shit, when them niggas told me I had to do 16 hours a day, that sometimes it's a mandatory 24 hours, I said, nah, I can't do that shit. I don't want to be on the Rikers Island that long time.
If the prison go in lockdown,
Because most of the correction officers I know, they be stressed out and all. Even though they got the 20 in out, they be stressed out and all that shit. No,
I got called for New York City corrections, but I got called for New York City corrections and sanitation both at the same time, and I took sanitation.
No, I came up here and took this, and this worked out for me perfectly. Where I'm living a peaceful life up here.
Know what I'm saying?
You know, and I figure out a way to make the money that I missed down for not taking those jobs, because those jobs pay a little bit more than what the post office pays. So I figure out a way to make the money through real estate and stuff like that.
But you had an advantage because you could take your position anywhere in the United States.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you didn't want to stay in upstate, you could have went like my boy. I think he's been on there about
Puerto Rico, anywhere.
Yeah.
Yo,
that was. Go ahead.
We knew a dude. This dude didn't even come to the garage, right? Niggas used to sign him in. He'd go to the route. Oh, something's happening. Something's happening. Yo, I see all the motorcycles turning up the block. Something's happening. I might have to find out where they're going. I might have to cut this live short and find out where they're going.
Man, stop the cap, man. This is all
I'm
you
dead.
got going.
Yo, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Hold on. Damn, I should have walked up the block and showed y'all.
And you gonna
that was my selling. That was my selling point, Khalil. Yeah. I was gonna take the post office because the idea for me was to go south.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I had choice though. I had the Long Island Railroad because our captain, hold the God rest his soul, he was high up in Long Island Railroad, and he gave a lot of people that was in our battalion jobs at the Long Island Railroad. Like my best friend, he was a car repairman. He was making like $60-something an hour when he retired. I had choice, but I couldn't stay in New York, man, because my mind wasn't right. I couldn't stay in New York City. I couldn't stay there. So I needed to go somewhere else. and it worked out for me, man. You see, I don't have much, but I have something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have
Right.
no complaints, man. I don't have no
Yo,
complaints.
we knew a dude that worked sanitation. He lived in the district, right?
Yeah,
This motherfucker never came to the job. Motherfuckers would sign him in, right? He go to the route, throw all the garbage out. They load up the truck, they finish the route, and he go back home, take a shower, and went back to bed.
I hear all these
Never,
goddamn
never
scams.
went. He never went to the garage. He would pull up to the garage. He would pull up to the garage at the end of the day and just sign out. That's it.
That's the same thing. Shit was going on the Long Island Railroad. They just caught 40 motherfuckers doing that shit. And I thank God it wasn't my friend Rios, because he don't have to lose his pension.
Yeah, my man,
Yeah, my first.
They just caught 40 motherfuckers doing the shit you talking about on the Long Island
my
Railroad.
my man. I remember my man. He worked for Long Island Railroad. If you knew Headhunters Barbershop on Bedford. My man that owned the barbershop used to work for LIRR. And I remember he was telling me about that shit. They caught all in. He was like, yo, the jig is up.
Yeah, nah, because you know what happens? See, my first ex-wife, she worked for the Long Island Railroad. She's been on the railroad for like 25 years.
Yeah.
And what it is like the jobs that they offer. Some of the jobs, like there'll be a job where, let's say you got to go somewhere like Seaford or something, even though Seaford is not a last stop.
Yeah.
But matter of fact, let's say you got to go to Babylon,
Yeah.
right? So you go to Babylon, and basically the job is pick up a piece of equipment, and bring it back to West Side Yard, right? So you that's your assignment, and that's your 8 hours. But sometimes that equipment got to stop in Hillside facility, which is on the way to West Side Yard. So if the equipment got to stop in Hillside facility, the whole crew got to be there. But if that equipment is going straight from Babylon to West Side Yard, the rest of the crew can go home, and you just wait for the call. And so they was kicking it almost like sanitation, but it like he said, it got out of hand to the point where people wasn't even showing up, and you just have like one or two people on the job, and they like, nah, they wasn't trying to hear that. But she was out during the time when they did that crackdown, because she had ended up suffering from a derailment with the PTSD.
Yeah, because they just caught 40 people at the Long Island Railroad with that clocking out shit.
Recently?
Yeah, recently.
Because I know a couple years ago they cracked down on that shit.
Yeah, this month they caught 40 people. They put them out of work. They're out of work right now, because he was telling me for that signing people out, clocking, because people had two cards. People had a card in their pocket and a card at the work, and they were signing each other out, clocking each other out. They just got caught for that. But they probably end up letting them people retire or something like that, or give them suspension time, or make them pay back money or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's 40 people out right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, these jobs ain't the way they used to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy I got on. I'm happy I got on when I got on, and I did my time and got the fuck up out of there.
Everything is digital like a motherfucker. They know what you're doing. They just pick and choose when to catch you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like before. Before was a paper trail and word of mouth. You can beat that, but now it's digital.
Listen, when I came on to sanitation, right? I remember my first day on the job, BK14. That was the garage right across the street from Kings County Hospital.
That's where I was born.
Right. So I went up in there. My first day on the job, I'm walking around and whatever. And so I stepped into a room that I shouldn't have stepped into. All the old school cats was in that room. And whatever you could think of was on that table.
That was some cocaine days. That's what you talking about.
Coke,
cocaine
dope,
days.
weed, liquor, whatever was on that table. So they looked at me. They was like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here, Junior. Who the fuck told you to come up in here?" So I went to back out, and this old school cat named JJ. He was from Bed-Stuy. And me and JJ still cool to this day. I speak to him every now and again. But JJ said, "Nah, come here, rookie. Come here. Have a seat." Right? He poured me a drink. Guess it was Hennessy or whatever it is. He was like, "Yo, take a drink, son." He was like, "Nah." I said, "Nah, I can't take that drink. I just started the job." They said, "Yo, motherfucker, if you don't take that drink, you IG. And you ain't allowed up in this motherfucker no more." I said, "Give me that cup." Took that drink, and I was cool with them motherfuckers ever since.
Hey, long if you ain't sniffed no cocaine, nigga,
Yeah,
you good.
yeah. But yo, you name it. You whatever it was at that time, they had it right on that table.
But you gotta always remember, if you look at the years, like every couple of years or every 3 years, Long Island Railroad was always in the Daily News or New York Post for some type of fuck shit.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. It was always something they doing down there, and they always got caught for it. You know,
Right.
so
Yeah.
this 40 people is just basically the same thing because it was in the New York Post. But my friend Rios,
Yeah.
who retired, he told me about it. You know, I said, thank God your ass wasn't involved because you would have did that stupid shit if they put you into it. But they didn't bring you into it. You would have did it.
Listen. We had a supervisor in M6 who used to work for the post office too. Now, Khalil,
Yeah, that nigga got a double pension.
Oh hell, he's a certified millionaire. He double pension, and he was in the military, and he owned a couple buildings in Queens. Certified millionaire.
Oh, he chilling.
Yeah. But
He
so
chilling.
Khalil, you still working, so I know you don't want to get into what goes on at the post office. But let me tell you, that motherfucker will be clocked in both jobs at the same time. Word. He worked 8 to 4 sanitation, right? They offer him overtime, right? So he get the overtime. When his shift was over, sanitation, the overtime was stopped. He take the supervisor's car, go over to the post office, clock in, and be working overtime and be on the clock with the post office at the same time.
Damn. That nigga need to write a book.
Because he worked at the 34th Street post office.
Yeah, so he had all he did was go right down the block.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's how it worked. He was right down the block. It probably couldn't have worked if he was going from there to Brooklyn.
Right.
But him going right there, it
right
worked
down
perfectly.
The block. Right. And the garage, the sanitation garage was on 30th Street and 30th Street and 11th Avenue.
Oh man, that shit worked perfectly.
And so the big post office is on 34th Street and 8th Avenue. He was right there.
That was a hop, skip, and a jump.
Mm-hmm. Word.
Yeah, he's sitting comfortably right now. He got a government, he got a federal and a city pension, and he got both medicals.
He called me when I was in Punta Cana. He was like, "Yo, Gans, I'm gonna be out there, man. I'm gonna holler at you when I'm out there." Word. I missed him because he actually came down. He flew out there the day I left. Word. What you was getting ready to say, Mr. D? Mr. D, you still there? I don't know. Maybe his mic went muted.
His picture's still there.
Yeah. Maybe he might have muted his mic by mistake.
He didn't change up. He had a bald head, then he put a toupee on.
He probably rocking them braids right now.
Huh?
I said he rocking them braids right now. I ain't seen him in a minute.
What did he? Well, he went to Turkey and got a hair replacement.
Who, Mr. D?
Yeah, I just seen him with a bald head 2 minutes ago.
Nah, Mr. D still got hair.
Oh, okay. So what was the picture with the bald head?
I don't know. I never seen him with a bald head. Yeah, he keeps his hair cut low. I never seen him with a bald head. His head too big to rock a ball head. Word. But yeah, damn, I wonder where all the motorcycles went to. I don't think 730 boys got their clubhouse over there no more. Because they all came.
They was Indians or they was Harleys?
Nah, they was the 3-wheeler joints, the Can-Ams,
Okay.
the
Let me tell you what
the
y'all niggas
Spiders.
gonna do. That's right. All these Harley Davidson riders, black Harley Davidson riders. Y'all don't make these niggas tell a history. The chopper bike is from black nigga invented that shit. From Easy Rider, the bike that was on Easy Rider that made shit popular, it was a black nigga out in California. I could pull his name up in a second, but y'all gotta make these niggas tell a history, right? With the chopper bikes, all that shit. That's a black American culture.
Well, there was a black dude that invented Harley's best-selling engine, and that was in the 70s. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Harley
like the
didn't.
same time I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was a black dude that invented that engine.
You remember
You know what I'm saying?
the
And
Easy Rider
Harley
movie
don't
with
want to talk about it.
the Easy Rider movie
All,
was James Dean, the white nigga, the big actor that all the people love, the white people love, James Dean, the Easy Rider movie. That's a black nigga that invented that chopper bike. Come on.
Yeah.
Y'all don't make these niggas happy. When I see all these bike events, why these niggas' pictures should be up in murals at these events?
Yeah. And
It
see, that's
should
the
be
reason why.
because we started that shit, black Americans.
And that's the reason why I don't ride Harley Davidson. I rock with Indian because I know there's a lot of racist culture going on with Harley Davidson.
Yeah, because I went to a Harley Davidson spot that's by my house, and I asked him, I said, where's the black American dudes that started the chopper shit? That made the Captain America bike was made, that set shit off was made by a black American dude. And the Easy Rider movie shit was made by a black American dude. Why is we not in these buildings? They pictures should be the first thing I see. Come on, man. And y'all niggas that ride these bikes need to be stressing this shit, yo.
It's for the same reason that they don't want to tell you that black people designed and built Washington, D.C. They want to cover that up. They want to cover that up.
That's the name, Benjamin Banneker. Yep. And he went out to Paris and did the same shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But y'all bike niggas should be stressing that shit because y'all niggas ride the bikes. Y'all niggas in these spots. Y'all should be stressing that shit, and y'all don't. Y'all go to these white spots and be smiling with these fucking devils.
Not me. Not me.
Fucking
not
stress. And I went into this, like I told you, I went into that spot and said that to them. Like, come on, man. Say the fucking history, yo.
I've never pulled up to a white motorcycle club. I don't go to none of the events, none of that shit.
They know the fucking history. They know what the fuck we did when it comes to that Harley bullshit. That's us. Choppers and all that shit.
Yeah. So what he's saying, pretty much everything we started this shit. Wherever you want to take it to, wherever you motorcycle shit, when it comes to the United States and the history of the United States, we was here before them. You know what I'm saying? We designed Washington, D.C. The Moors, like he said, Benjamin Banneker, the same one who invented the clock. He designed Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Stovepipe, he says 1% clubs have a history. Yes, they do. You know what I'm saying? These are 1% clubs, Hell's Angels and all of that, mongrels. They didn't want to let black people up in there. You know what I'm saying? That's why we had to start our own shit. That's where the you see the Buffalo Soldiers, all of that. That's where that come from. The Buffalo Soldiers, you know, they was a regiment in the Revolutionary and in the Civil War, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But they also had a motorcycle club too, the Buffalo Soldiers, one of the first black 1% motorcycle clubs. Know what I'm saying? All right, so let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Okay, Big Daddy Stovepipe is talking about the Black 1% clubs. Right now, damn. Let me see. Who are some of the Black 1% clubs? There's one big here in New York City. See, I don't really follow the club scene too much. You know, I go to some of their parties. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to do all that motorcycle club shit when I was on the R1, but I don't really fuck with that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to ride, have some fun, have a good time. I ain't trying to get into all the politics of the motorcycle club, the whole motorcycle club scene. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said Yoga still at the gas station. That's what happened to Yoga. He broke down at the gas station. Hey, that's them motherfucking Range Rovers. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I go at it with Showtime about the BMW, but what it is with Showtime, if you still in the chat, Showtime, at least you leasing BMW. You don't want to own that shit. Trust me, because if you own that motherfucker gonna make you pull your fucking hair out. Trust me. And I love BMW. It's the best driving car on the road. My personal opinion. I love BMWs, but they are a fucking headache. They will make you pull your hair out. You know what I'm saying? And ownership costs with that motherfucker. And I ain't talking about payments. I'm talking about that motherfucker likes BMW is right at home at the dealership. And Showtime, I see you still here. I'm not shitting on BMW. What'd you say? I never worry. I never have to worry with them. That dollar sign thing is right, Showtime, because you're leasing it. So when you lease, everything is covered under warranty up until 50,000 miles, which 9 times out of 10, you getting rid of that car way before 50,000 miles. You know what I'm saying? BMW is going to not cause you any problems for the first 2 years that you own it. Year number 3, little shit going to start breaking. Because let me tell you something, Showtime, everything inside that engine compartment is made of plastic. You know what I'm saying? So BMWs are beautiful cars, best driving car on the road. They drive way better than a Mercedes-Benz, in my opinion, right? But Mercedes is more reliable. You know what I'm saying? The only time I've taken my Mercedes to the dealership is for service. And I've had this car since 2021. Never had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about at the 55,000 mile mark. Never had a problem with it. Showtime said the only issue with BMW, I have the Evoque and the Velo. My bad. Visual Hype. He's talking about Range Rover. Showtime was saying the only issue with BMW are that's another thing. Them goddamn run flats. Hold on. Now I seen a motorcycle pull up. I'm just trying to see where he going. Showtime. When I had my 750s, both of them, the white one wasn't really paying attention to the tires like that. My man kept telling me about the run flats, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. And then I hit a pothole right on motherfucking on Linden Boulevard. Linden Boulevard, right by. Matter of fact, I was coming up Linden, making a left on the Pennsylvania, and there was a crazy pothole right there. I hit that pothole, bust a tire. Right? I had hell trying to find the motherfucking tire size. You know what I'm saying? Because the run flat is only gonna run if you get a puncture underneath, underneath the tire in the grooves. It's not gonna help you if you get a puncture in the sidewall. You know what I'm saying? So I had a hell of a time trying to find a run flat in that size that the 750 come with. And then I was trying to find a run flat at the time. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, I ended up finding a tire over on Church Avenue somewhere. And after that ordeal, I ordered a brand new set of tires, non-run flat. And the tires that I did have, I ordered an extra rim and I kept that tire in the trunk as a spare. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have no room in the trunk. You know, if I was going on a road trip or something like that, then, you know, I would take the tire out and have hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I don't get a blowout or whatever on the road. But I kept a spare in the trunk any other time. Them run flats are a pain in the ass. Hold on, because I want to go to Range Rover. I have my Range Rover. I have the Evoque and Velar. Man, Range Rover. Never owned one, but I know a lot of people that got Range Rover, right? Went back and forth. I love the way they look. I love the way they ride. That too is the best riding truck, smoothest riding truck on the street. You know what I'm saying? There's no rocking that you would get on a truck with the Range Rover. But at the same time, that motherfucker is made by Ford. And that motherfucker is the most unreliable vehicle on the street. There's nothing worse and more unreliable than a Range Rover. And I was just about to say the other one, which was related to Range Rover, and that's Jaguar. That's another piece of shit. Know what I'm saying? Porsche, Audi, BMW. Well, Audi goes directly against BMW. Know what I'm saying? That's their competition. Them two is always going at it. BMW and Audi. For the money, I'd rather have the BMW. But then when we talking Porsche, Audi, BMW, I'd rather have the Porsche over both of them. But when you talking, listen, Mercedes-Benz is the mountaintop. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. And Mercedes also has their issues. But the issues with Mercedes is certain models, right? The issues with Mercedes is going to be minor, and Mercedes is going to cover pretty much everything. The one good thing about BMW will let you warranty that car all the way up until 100,000 miles. So you can keep going back to BMW and putting a BMW warranty on it. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to 100,000 miles. Mercedes-Benz isn't going to let you do that. Mercedes might let you, they go to 50,000 miles, and Mercedes is going to give you maybe another 25,000. And that's pretty much just going to be on the powertrain. They're not going to fully warranty that car no more because Mercedes stands behind their product. Visual Hype, he's talking about Lexus. Most reliable luxury car on the street. And I've had, let me see, I had a 03 GS 430. Then my son had a 2007 GS. I had the buggy GS. That was my first Lexus, and I ran that car till the wheels fell off. I had that car while I had my BMW. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers, you can't kill them. But then again, my son I gave that car to my son. He found a way to kill it. It was his first car, and he put diesel in the motherfucker. So he found a way to kill it. But Lexus they run forever. What else? Let me see. What else y'all talking about? Oh, Khalil wants me to send the link again. Khalil, I'm getting ready to end it. We've been going on a little over 2.5 hours. Showtime saying Porsches are immaculate. 3,700. There you go. That brake job. Same thing with Maserati. Showtime. I looked at that Maserati, right? My man had one. He also works sanitation. He had one. He hit me up. He said, "Yo, Gans, they charging this motherfucker like it's a motherfucking what is that? Ferrari? Because I think is it Ferrari or one of them? Maserati and Ferrari. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they both the same company. right? So he said they charging this motherfucker like it's a fucking Ferrari with the brake job. I think he had to pay $3,000 for a brake job. He got rid of that shit, right? That's right, visual hype. Range Rovers have Ford engines, which are decent. They will last, and the only issue you will have is with the suspension. That air suspension on Range Rover is trash. And we talking $900 per axle for the suspension on that Range Rover. Right? 916 Hella said he's sticking with Japanese luxury. That's a good way to go. Lexus is always the standard. Lexus, not Infinity. Infinity is trash now. They using cheap metal in their cars, and I'll never own another motherfucking Nissan again. You know what I'm saying? I got one sitting right here. I got a Nissan Murano that wifey drive around. You know what I'm saying? I will never own one again. Metal is trash. Showtime said he had the Panamera. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. Visual Height said he's in the South. My warranty is good. Hispanic mechanic don't need a warranty. Yeah. Pretty much if you got a Hispanic, them Hispanic dudes pretty much know everything. And Showtime, you in Brooklyn, you know you're gonna find a Jamaican that knows how to work on a BMW. They on every corner. Maserati have a bad clutch and transmission module issues. Yes. Maseratis are trash. I was gonna get the Quattro. Maserati made by Dodge. Yes, indeed. Air suspension is on most cars. You never heard a problem with the air suspension on a Mercedes-Benz. Never. The only way you're going to have a problem with that air suspension on a Mercedes-Benz is if you hit a crazy pothole and you bust that airbag. That's it. Know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. I'm going inside. I'm going to wash up real quick, throwing something. I'm going to see. Must be something happening. Must be some type of motorcycle event one of these clubs must be having. Maybe a bike wash or something like that. So I'm going to take the bike out real quick and talk about that. But I'm going to go see what's going on over there. But let me talk about the bikes real quick. I know it's not a lot of motorcycle riders in here, but the reason why I chose Indian, like I said, Harley has a racist culture, right? And Harley, like BMW, likes being in the shop. Everybody I know with the Harley, they ride that motherfucker on the weekend and on Monday they bringing it to the Harley dealership to get something worked on. The only problem, y'all seen my video, the only problem that I had with my Indian Challenger is because I put an aftermarket clutch on there. You know what I'm saying? The Barnett clutch. So any motorcycle riders out there, unless you are into the street bikes, the Ninjas, the R1s, the Jitsu 1000s, you know what I'm saying? The BMW double Rs, the Honda double Rs. Unless you are on one of those, don't fuck with a Barnett clutch in a motherfucking cruiser. Visual Hype said he got a Kawasaki versus 650. Yeah, but once you get up to the cruisers, because what happened, and my cousin takes his Indian down to this Indian dealership. I did a video on them at one time. I feel like riding down there with him and smack the shit out that motherfucker. Khalil, I'm getting ready to shut it down, Khalil. I'm just speaking some last words on motorcycle. But he was the one that told me to put that Barnett clutch in my Indian, right? And that Barnett clutch gave me problems from the moment I put it in there. And something told me, yo, just put the stock clutch back in there. And then y'all seen I did the video on the Barnett clutch and I dropped a couple other clips on that video. The dudes talking about Barnett is trash. So any of y'all dudes who's riding, if you ever get into the cruiser game, the Harleys, the Indians, the Honda Gold Wings, stay away from that Barnett clutch, because it's not a clutch that's just for chilling and cruising. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just wanted to come live and, talk a little shit, and we just come up here and chill. But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yo, it's the Gangster Lifestyle. Anybody that's watching, just do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And that's about it. Yeah, and I'm gonna be in DR this week. I'm shooting out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in Puerto Plata. Might drive through the Sioux, but I ain't really hanging out there too much. I might show my face and rumble, but I ain't doing too much hanging out over there. All right? But yeah, that's what it is. I'm Big Gans. It's the Gangster Lifestyle. And that's it. We out here. I'm out. Peace.